All right, everybody, welcome back to the All Net Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Adrian Ortega, joined by Matt Childers
Yo.
And Louis Azua.
to my left. We're so glad to be back. Okay, let's break the fourth wall immediately. It's almost 8 o'clock at night. Actually, it is 8 o'clock. It's 8:06. We usually don't record this late, but I work a job, and I got out late, and now I'm here.
And we gotta, watch out for the supporters. We always gotta come out here late, even though.
Yeah, we could easily say, you know what, let's put this one on the back burner. Let's not do it today. It's late. But no, we come here for you and for us too, because we like talking ball, but mainly for you. But
We
us
do it
for
for the
you.
fans.
Mainly for the supporters. Hell yeah.
Mainly for you guys, but mainly for you. Okay. Happy to be back. I was in Chicago for a week. For them, it's been a week since the last episode. For us, it's been like a week and a half
Yeah.
since we guys sat down and recorded everything.
Yep.
So a lot's happened since we stopped recording. But today we're doing the early season awards. So of course, we're not predicting who's going to be MVP at the end of the year. We already did that. If you watch our TikTok, you saw who our picks were. We predicted a lot of the awards already in the first episode of the podcast. But today we're doing it as if the season ended today. Who would be our award picks? And we're also doing the first two All-NBA teams, not an All-NBA third team, because then it gets a little shaky. It gets a little, like, now we have, like, random guys being there because
Yeah,
they're just
I'm
starting
put,
off
like
hot.
Lou against Dort.
Yeah, and then we have, like who's been balling out? Like, it's, like, kind of not, like, I don't even know. Jeremy Grant, the All-NBA third team guy? Like, what are we thinking? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that being said, before we get into the actual awards and the meat of the show, of course, leave a like if you're watching on YouTube. Leave a comment. Leave a subscribe. Your support takes us to the next level.
On
Okay,
God.
if you're on TikTok, on Instagram, and you're not following us, what are you doing? AllNetPod on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter as well. If you're listening to it on any platforms like SoundCloud, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, leave a rating. Enjoy, follow. Thanks for the love.
Love
Okay.
is free.
Love is free, and don't be afraid to show it. Don't be shy around us.
Exactly.
Unless you don't want to look like a dumbass talking basketball, and you do be shy because we know ball. You don't. All right. So, award shows, it could get iffy at the end. Okay. But today, anything goes. Balls to the wall. It's early season. Fuck it. Let's have some fun with it. I think we should start from the bottom, though. At least the least exciting ones, I guess.
Let's go for it.
And then after, of course, we'll talk more basketball, more recent stuff, and get into what's happened since the last week we were here. But awards, Coach of the Year, we'll start there. I listen. Actually, before I even say any awards, I feel it's gonna be pretty straightforward. I feel like we have a consensus on a lot of these awards. Maybe we don't. Maybe I'm shocked. Maybe I'm gonna hear some of the craziest
I
shit
feel
ever.
like it's the same three guys in every category.
For sure.
Maybe we'll see. Maybe that's what we all think. We haven't talked
That's
about
what I
this
hope
at all.
so.
Yeah, we haven't talked about this at all. It could be asinine, crazy shit. But Coach of the Year, Louis, you want to start us off with your pick for Coach of the Year?
Yeah.
And if you have a runner-up, you could talk about him first if you want.
Coach of the Year, I got Will Hardy at the moment for what he's doing with the Jazz right now. We all thought the Jazz were going to be a bottom 3 team in the West. I'm pretty sure. And now, what are they? I'm pretty sure they're a top 3 team right now in the
I think they're
West.
still number one.
They're still number 1?
No, I think they fell off a little
They
bit.
fell off a little bit.
Yeah.
Right?
Standings there? What are they at right now?
They are at 10 and 6. They are third in the West.
Third
Okay,
in the
so they're
West.
third in the
Yeah.
West still. Top 3, yeah. They're still unexpected.
Who would have thought that?
No one. That's why I was just like, why do we even try to predict this shit? Because when shit happens, just nothing actually goes the way we thought.
Yeah, exactly. Because Will Hardy could right now just be go like 10 and 30.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
just like, yo, what do you do,
But
bro?
for that same reason, I have Will Hardy as my Coach of the Year right now too. That's who I voted.
I want a little different. I want the Celtics coach.
Joe
I don't know his
Mazzulla?
last name. Joe
Joe Mazzulla.
Mazzulla, yeah.
Yeah.
Because right now, bro, they're putting like a almost historic offensive points per game, something
What do you
like
think?
that.
Like the offensive points per game, they're putting up like historic numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Like
shooting
how
like
last
threes.
year was they were doing like historic on defense, and this year they're doing historic on offense.
Wow, that's actually crazy. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
But I imagine because Jason Tatum,
Jason
is having
Tatum,
MVP
Jaylen Brown.
season, Jaylen Brown's doing ridiculously.
Well, we can't talk about Tatum yet. But yeah, Joe Mazzulla has done a great job, especially after all the controversy in the offseason with Ime Udoka. Joe Mazzulla's been there for a while on his staff last year. The players really like him. Seem to really buy into his whole scheme. They're shooting a lot more threes this year, which is something that the Celtics didn't do a lot last year. They hung their hat on the defensive end. But since they actually don't have Rob Williams around, their defense has improved. They are the number 1 points per game team in the league right now. Before actually anything, just as a fun, because I can't believe who number 2 is. Could you guess who number 2 is in the league for points per game
Points per game.
as a team?
The Pacers.
Sacramento Kings.
Lewis got it, but I think he looked at my phone.
No, I did not. I
Swear to God.
because they put up 150 yesterday, and they've been putting up some crazy numbers in the last like 6 games.
Yeah, so it's like 119.5 for the Kings and then 120 for the Celtics. So
Yeah, the Kings are ridiculous.
shout out the Kings. We'll talk about them soon because I want to talk about them a lot. But yeah, Will Hardy's my pick. My runner-up is JB Bickerstaff for the Cavs.
That was my runner-up as well.
That's my runner-up as well.
Still, who I think will actually end up winning Coach of the Year. That's who I picked last time. Lewis dropped his cap for his bottle.
No cap.
And I'm just excited for JB Bickerstaff as well. I mean, Will Hardy should get all the love, and I want to talk about him for a second because, wow, what a fucking job he's done with that Jazz team. No one thought he would be in this scenario, in this position. People thought, they were for the Jazz for the entire year. A lot of guys having career years. Taylor Horton-Tucker, I've been watching him a little bit. The numbers aren't popping off the page. But if you watch a couple of his clips, it's just like this guy, his
He's
confidence
definitely
in him.
improved.
It's just everyone's so bought into the team.
Everybody's confident, bro. That's what you need as a basketball team.
It's just
Just
like,
thrive.
yeah, you would just think like,
They all just quit and they're like, all right, we're just tanking.
yeah, like we could just like, oh, fuck it. We're going to get our own number. Even Jordan Clarkson, who historically is like a quote unquote selfish basketball player,
Yeah,
the way
like a
he
shot
plays.
checker.
He's like
Yeah.
bought in 5 assists a game. Like shout out Will Hardy, dude. I can't believe this is happening. 5 assists a game, I'd be like, oh, what the fuck is this? But like Jordan Clarkson, 5 assists a game, it's career high.
No, it's insane.
Pretty insane. So shout out Will Hardy.
Who else do I have? Let me see.
Did you have a runner up for that?
I had JB Biggerstaff and I had Mike Malone.
I like Mike Malone too for
Mike
the
Malone because
Nuggets.
he's doing a really good job still with the Nuggets, especially that I think right now everybody's in COVID, so we got to see how they're gonna do this game.
Oh yeah, Jokic is out for the COVID
Yeah.
protocols. A lot of weird.
Yeah, I'm in shambles.
You're in shambles,
I got
dog.
Aaron Gordon out, Nikola Jokic.
Oh, your entire fantasy team is just.
It's just ridiculous right now.
Oh, you're the
I'm
best.
facing
so-
one,
Oh, well, that's a pretty matchup. Okay.
but
Wow.
he's beating me right now. He's one of the leading scorers.
Yeah,
Hey,
Bye.
let's go.
So it's crazy.
Let's go on, dog. Let's
Bye week. Okay. We'll do Rookie of the Year next. I feel like it's one of those awards that you either have one or the other at first. I have Pablo Becerra number 1.
I have him
I
as
think
well.
that's consensus.
I think our number 2 is consensus as well with Benedict Mathurin number 2.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I think Paolo's missing some time right now, so maybe right now the NBA ladder. rookie
I
ladder
saw that
has
today.
Benedict Mathurin number 1.
I saw that
Paolo's number
today.
3. I think Ivy's number 2.
Ivy's number 2, yeah.
Even though he's missed a couple of games, and like if we're doing like we're gonna be like super reactionary, put like Benedict Mathurin first because again he's putting up the numbers and he's played more games. Blah blah blah. Paolo's still the best rookie. I think there's no debate about that. He's coming.
Literally no debate. on
Looks
that.
like a grown man. I think he's I think for sure he's top 10 in free throw attempts, and it's his first year. He might be the first rookie to get an All-Star nod since Blake Griffin did in 2011. Should have been Ben Simmons in 2018, but they gave it to Goran Dragic. But whatever.
I'd rather take Goran Dragic. How am I supposed to-
Yeah, bro. We taking Dragic though.
The All-Star replacement was Dragic that year. No, that should not have happened, but
Why not?
I guess it happened. I disagree. I don't think it should have been him.
Dragic was nasty that year.
Evan Simmons was better.
I don't think so.
But shout out Paolo, and again, Benedict Mathurin is a guy. Actually, since we're about to talk about Benedict Mathurin a little bit, even more than we should have on the show, considering the last 2 fucking episodes of the show. I actually have Ben Mathurin. I'll just segue into this entirely. I have Ben Mathurin as my 6th man of the year because he's been coming off the bench. Ben Mathurin is my 6th man of the year.
Let's go,
Both got it.
You
Let's
have him
go.
6th man of the year as well?
No, I do not.
Wow, what?
I have him as runner-up.
Oh, you have him as runner? I have him as
Well, let me talk about Ben Mathurin for a second because
Go for it.
I don't want it to be like confused. Like I don't like Ben Mathurin because I talk about Jalen Green over him. Listen, do I think Ben Mathurin is better than Jalen Green as a prospect going forward? No, I don't, and that's okay. Do they think he's better? Yes, they do, and that's also okay. The only trouble or the only difference I had with it was that at that point it had been a couple games, 6 games, and I was like, this is insane. Ben's still putting up numbers. He's still doing his thing. Fucking nuclear shooter. Like if he's open, just duck your head. Active shooter in the building. Maybe that's not the best choice of words, but still, that's what it is because he's just on fire at all times,
Yeah,
and he
he
just
is.
shoots the ball off the catch. And with a guy Tyrese Halliburton, his life is easy.
No, I never said that you were here bashing on him.
No, I mean not that anything. I just want to make sure that the air is clear because again, the TikTok's doing pretty well, so I hope you guys are enjoying it. People are watching it. I don't want them to think that I'm shitting on Ben Mathurin in that clip because it could be taken out of context in that sense. But I like Ben Mathurin. I like what he's doing. He's 6th man of the year right now, and if you don't get Rookie of the Year, 6th man of the year is a nice little consolation prize to have in your trophy vault. Lewis, you haven't.
Yeah, I have Ben Mathurin and I have runner-up Westbrook. So.
Same. My
So
runner-up is
I have Westbrook as my 6th man,
Okay.
and I runner-up Mathurin.
I give it to Mathurin because Mathurin's played more games off the
When
bench.
is the last time a rookie has won 6th man of the year?
I don't know if it's ever happened.
It's ever happened.
I mean, we have
The
our
NBA
stats
loves
guy.
narratives.
He has the laptop.
But I'm just saying, like, the NBA loves narrative. So, like, in the sense that if nobody's ever won 6 Man of the Year as a rookie, Ben Mathurin keeps putting this up. Westbrook might average triple-double
Well,
off the
then
bench.
you ask yourself, well, is he ever going to get a start lineup? You know what I'm saying? Over like Buddy Hield, that they trade him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
For sure.
or Chris Duarte. I think he's still starting. I don't know why. I'm not a Chris Duarte guy.
I'm not a Chris Duarte guy either.
Not a fan. I think he's still starting. I could be wrong. I don't know the Indiana Pacers lineup off the top of my head. I'm not gonna think. I'm gonna act like I should because it's the Indiana Pacers.
Actually, bro, you should know this.
What?
It's a Chicago Bull.
So wait, okay, hold on. It's a rookie of the year, and he was rookie, and he
He
won
was a
6 Man of the
rookie
year.
that won 6 Man of the Year.
Is it Kirk Heinrich?
No,
Jamal Crawford?
no,
Is it like 2000s?
yeah,
Like recently 2000s?
like
What year?
late
What year?
2000.
Ben Gordon?
Yeah,
Mm.
No. Damn.
Yeah.
That's a good. That's
Such a
a
short.
That was my next pick, though. To be honest.
2004.
Get away from me. That's pretty cool, though. I mean, that's a nice award to have as a rookie, and I think it'd be nice. And again, Russ Westbrook, 6 Man of the Year, his rate, it's going. The Lakers just suck. They're so bad, and I don't think there's any saving the season. But he's been a pretty bright side in the last few games, coming off the bench, buying into his role, and
He's averaging damn near a triple-double, I think, right?
he's
off the bench.
getting MVP chance from the Lakers. They're like, okay, he's finally done something, like to like put him like the team first over like his own desires, and now they're getting MVP chance.
I give mad respect to the Lakers fans because they were bashing on him, and then like when he's doing good, they out there.
Nah, they were
just-
disrespecting
I
him,
just
bro.
think the facts. I think a lot of those sports towns are like that. Outside of like the Eagles.
I feel
And
like
the
that's good
affiliate.
as an athlete. Like if you're getting bashed on like 24/7, you're gonna come out and you're gonna be like try to ball.
Unless
that-
you're Ben Simmons.
Yeah, it's like
or Noah Adenabli or whatever his last name is.
Who?
Number
It's,
9 for the Dolphins.
yeah, number
You're
9
hearing
for
this,
the
number 9
Dolphins.
for the Dolphins. You suck, bro.
Wait, like Ignobike or some shit? Like spelled like with an I.
It's
G.
with IG.
Yeah,
yeah.
Monogamy. That's his name.
And it was
He
like
had
2020
the
class?
Yeah.
Same 2 class?
yeah,
yeah.
same to a class.
I'm not sure. I don't even watch football.
Holy God.
he had the dream saving interception against the Steelers.
Mm.
Yeah.
Shout out that bro. And it was
Shout out to him.
It was because you guys. You were like, oh.
Bro, we were all bad.
Bro.
Every
Yo,
single
the whole
Dolphins fan,
stadium,
the
dog.
whole stadium was bashing him, and he got the interception where he was like, "No."
Let me ask you a question. Now that we're just like, since we're fucking just in football talk for no reason in the middle of the awards. Don't know why, but I just got them like, okay,
Pretty dumb.
think about a guy who's like struggling. Okay, and think about like you saying like "fuck you, get better" would give him like 10 plus attribute points. Okay, like in 2K. Like, say he was 72, he'd become like 82 if you were like bashing on him. Who would you do that to in the league right now? Like, what player would you do that to right now
Wait, in the NFL or the NBA?
in the NBA?
In the
100.
NBA?
So like, think about this. Think about you. He sucks right now. The guy has to suck. Just to say, oh yeah, Luca, and then he's a fucking 105. No. Like the guy's like struggling. Not Ben Simmons. I'm not picking Ben Simmons. He's struggling, and you have to, in like theoretically, if you like, oh fuck you, you suck. He would gain 10 attribute points. He's like, I'm gonna fucking prove that guy wrong. Who would you do that to? Immediately, Kobe White. Just immediately.
Andre Drummond or Pat Williams. Is it?
Pat Williams is a good one. He'd be like a 84-ish, maybe 85.
He actually hit the 3 ball.
If we're gonna go to like our home teams, then I'm gonna say Todd Lowry.
Well, you probably do it to somebody that you like would benefit you.
Todd Lowry.
I like it.
You know who actually did that though? Jalen goddamn Green. That guy was shooting breaks out there.
Last
The
few
moment
games,
I
he's a
shit on that
superstar.
kid, that motherfucker puts up. I think he's on a stretch right now of like 25 points or something. like that.
He's like averaging. Well, he's averaging 20, and he had 2 30-point games since the last time we had
Yeah.
a podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I mean, listen.
he's part of my fantasy team. So I'll
Should
take it all day.
we learn? Should we learn to not jump the gun on these young kids? Maybe. I'm not gonna point any fingers, but if I did, I'd point.
Mathurin?
Listen,
Mathurin?
if you're listening to this podcast, I didn't point fingers, but if you're watching it, that's up to you. But I think we should be fair to Jalen Green and shout out Jalen Green.
I think in the first episode I did say like, oh, he's like scores take a long time to develop, which is a thing.
Well, look,
But he was throwing up stinkers. That guy was
I don't
worst
disagree.
mid-range shooter ever.
Okay, we're not gonna get Jalen Green cock. I'm stopping right here. I agree, but also shout out him for playing well.
Bro, Jalen Green gets another
I'm
20
not-
minutes and
it's not. Listen, we're literally moving on right now. Fuck it. Rookie of the year, 6 Man of the year, Coach of the year, already done. I believe I got it out there. Let's move on before it gets dangerous. Defensive player of the year. Let's do. I think MIP might have a little bit more, like
Yeah, I got you.
variance in it. Defensive player of the year. I go first. My runner up is OG Anunoby. Shout out OG, averaging 3 steals a game right now.
No way. Bro, what's up with us? Like, it's just like
OG's he's balling out. He's
Twin.
averaging 3 steals a game. The Raptors defense scares everybody. No one wants to play against that team. They're long, they're girthy. And I saw him in person in Chicago. I saw him in person in Chicago, bro. You know how
Bro, what do you say?
What?
The girthy you saw him in person.
Yeah, they're long and girthy, and I saw him in person. I saw them penetrating.
That's an AO
I
moment.
was watching them
You gotta clip
penetrate.
that one, that's for sure.
What? I was watching them penetrate the paint.
Yo.
What? He was like in person,
Hey,
like,
yo.
like front row, like long, girthy, like active.
Bro saw Van Vliet and thought he was Drake for a second.
Sweaty.
So he's like, yeah, long and girthy.
Okay, look, and remember he killed us that game too. Like he was just
Yeah, he had
hooping.
like 30 and 10 or something like that,
Yeah,
right?
he was balling out. But Scotty Barnes is fucking massive. Like
Bro,
listen, okay, look,
Nah,
pause. Okay, I
nah,
did
I
it.
got you.
Yeah, he's fucking huge. He's huge. Okay, he's huge, long, big. Anyways, it's insane to see him in person. Same thing with Zion, who I also saw in person. Fucking ginormous human being. Like not like obviously size wise, but just like he's just
Yeah,
a
he's
big.
like a
fucking
mini
guy.
Shaq.
Bro, he is huge. Bi is also tall as fuck. But yeah, so in person, the Raptors look scary than they do in TV, and
The
OG's a
Pels,
big
too.
part of that, dude. He's active, has his hands in the paint. I mean, you wanna add on to OG Anunoby?
Well, I don't know. OG Anunoby went like on a 2-game streak of like 5 steals or something like that, bro.
Yeah,
He's going
insane.
crazy.
And we let him slide in their fantasy draft. You see where he was picked?
I was gonna pick him.
I was gonna pick him
And
too.
Eric.
Wait,
Eric-
what'd you
'cause-
get? Where did he go?
Like literally, like I think it was like 80 or 100 or some shit.
No, he
I
went
don't know.
79. I'm pretty sure. And then because 80, I had to pick Simons over him. So I'm pretty sure.
Oh, look at it. I mean, go ahead, talk about it.
But yeah, I don't know. Well, I wanted Anunoby, but honestly, man, like the guy, he's putting up an insane amount of steals. We've been known that OG Anunoby could do this. We had him as MIP, I think, all of us. I'm pretty sure.
Nah, I didn't have him.
I think I had him MIP then.
I was hoping for it, but like I just didn't know how to believe.
I just feel like he would have
he
made
drafted 102nd.
102nd.
That's insane. We let him slide.
Yeah, we don't.
We were. I just don't believe. Like OG's one of those guys where you're like,
There's too many pieces.
It's just like
He's
he
just
gets
the odd man out. On that
he gets
team.
injured a lot.
He does get injured a lot.
That's why I didn't draft him.
yeah, same.
I just feel like before season, you're just like, why is OG Anunoby on the scene? Can you just trade him?
I think I talked
Yeah,
about it.
that
where I
was
like,
a
they
topic,
should- I don't know.
dude.
I don't know.
We all
that
talked
was-
about this. We've had this conversation.
Well, I was like, what if OG was like OG's like the odd man out? Like he should get traded.
For center, easily.
Which now he's playing his trade value up. You know, you might not. You don't even know what's out there for him. That's my runner up for DPOY. What's your runner up for DPOY? Do you have one? Or you just
Runner up
pick?
or
Yeah,
Runner
runner
up.
up. Because we just talked about our runner up.
I mean I got my homer, Bam Adebayo.
I was almost gonna pick him for my runner up, but I mean, before we talk about the clear cut DPOY, in my opinion, maybe you have a different one. But go ahead, talk about Ben. What you've seen
Bro.
from Ben early in the season. After
This
a rocky
Heat
start.
this Heat team cannot guard anything inside the paint, inside the 3-point line. If Bam's not playing, if
Well-
Deadman's on the floor, bro,
No
they're
problem,
giving
Richard.
up 133 points per game,
Yeah,
bro.
your other options are very, very.
Tonight the Raptors are going to put 165 on us. It's
So they're playing the Raptors tonight again.
right now. They're playing right now.
Yeah,
And Bam's out or something?
that's the
Bam's
third
not
matchup
playing.
with the Raptors.
Yeah,
You guys must be sick of these guys.
yeah, because they're like the mini Heat as well.
Yeah, we
they play
played
hard as
twice.
hell as against us.
There might. I wish like I could take that culture, ball it up, and give some to
To the
Chicago
Bulls?
Yeah,
I
that
just
culture's
become a Raptors
insane.
fan.
I become a fan of a new team, and I'll talk about it later.
Bro, just imagine. No, but time out. Imagine
Yeah.
just imagine if Mo Bamba was on the Raptors.
I think they would take him like. Well, I mean, is he much different from Boucher? Boucher's been playing.
Nah, he's not that much. Like
I feel like it's similar, but like if
They're
you
similar
add
players.
Bamba, like then you play Boucher, Bamba, Siakam. Now you're like, okay, well, this is
This is
it could
massive.
be a Scotty Barnes OG, like
Girthy.
Boucher, Bamba, Siakam. That's a little much. Like, okay, what are we doing? Like we're breaking rules. There has to be some rules broken there. Like, it's insane. And Gary Trent are like their only
They're
shooter
doing,
right
they're
now.
doing the my team, bro.
Yeah.
the out of position.
Uh,
Like the end of the year, my team, like point guard Mo Bamba, like okay, dude, relax. But DPOY, I have Giannis.
Yeah, I have him as well.
I'll be honest as well.
Okay, well, shout out Goat, baby Goat,
Greek freak.
Greek freak,
Freak in the sheets.
all the above. Giannis is just special defensively, offensively, and Bucks still have the best defense in the league. Brook Lopez is a big part of that, though, obviously, because he's having a renaissance year for no reason. Just fucking, I'm have 3 blocks a game, just dominant in the paint. Who cares?
They needed him too because bro, Middleton's out, so they need someone else to step
Yeah,
up.
and the Bucks have stepped up, still have the best defensive rating in the league, like I mentioned. And I don't see that changing. They've given up a lot less threes than they do normally over the last few years. A little coaching adjustment from Bud, which shout out Bud, took you 4 years, but you're here now. And Giannis is obviously a
Massive.
generational defender. Guards 1 through 5, maybe 1 through 6. He might guard your coach. Don't know. He's just that good. He might guard your coach. He might lock up Eric.
Bro's
Spoelstra
like
down
Eric's
before
supposed to
three.
get your ass in the bench, bro. Don't
Yeah.
come over here.
Build a wall on me, I dare you, and he's gonna lock you up. You guys have anything else to add to Giannis? I mean, we might talk about him later. I don't know.
He's pretty girthy. That's all. Like
He is pretty girthy, pretty long.
Yo, these girthy comments.
It's huge.
Jack
He's
knows.
actually massive. I mean, listen. there's not much else to say about Giannis other than he's Giannis, and we know he's this good. Why did we act like he wasn't for a little bit? Why did we do that?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, MIP. This might have a little bit more.
You know that reminded me of like the
What?
Westbrook when he's eating the chips. Like,
Well, yeah, you're gonna stand up for what you believe in, I guess. But MIP might have the most variance in it. Don't know who we're picking. People know who I'm picking already. People know it's out there. It's kind of obvious. Matt runner up, Lewis runner up. Whichever one you want to go first.
My runner-up is Shea.
bro, what is it? Do we all
I
just
don't. Wait, did I have runner up as Shea?
Yo, Shea has to be there, though.
Shea has to be there.
If he's not your second, he's
I-
got to be your third.
The numbers are great. Okay, they're
For
really
sure.
insane. Insane.
They're insane. I'm
You
not.
see what he do against the Celtics the other day?
No, he was. I didn't against the Knicks. I texted in the group chat like, "This is one of the most dominant courts I've ever seen in my life." It was just Shea layup. I don't know how he does it, but he's very, very good. And
He's like a job, not like job, but like Jaw's just like, how the hell do you put up these layups? And it's like Shea's doing the same thing.
yeah, and like he's like not like doing all. He's just like, okay, well, I'm here now.
It's
I
like,
guess.
bro, how can you not guard that? Like, you're going
Um,
into the paint every time.
You have Shea as your runner up though.
Yeah.
Both of you.
Yeah.
I would have had my own runner up. I don't think. Cause I feel like he had such great numbers last year. If you really look at it, he had really good numbers last year.
Yeah, like 24.
And like now he's averaging 30, which is like, okay, that's a jump. That's a
So
jump.
he went from being a star.
Wait, do you
to,
have
like,
Shea? Could you pull Shea's stats right now? I actually want to see like what his like shooting percentages are. I don't know off the top of my head.
I know damn well it's like 50%.
He's not even taking threes, which is he's averaging 30 points. I think there's like 3 guys averaging 30 points that have 1.5 3 or less, like threes per game, and Shea's one of them. The other two, Joel Embiid and Giannis. Pretty fucking insane.
He's putting up 31.5, shooting 53% from the
Yeah.
field, and 37 from 3.
Still insane.
I mean, yeah, these are ridiculous numbers.
And 94 from the free throw line.
that's insane.
Almost 50-40-90 from Shea with 30 points, probably 6 assists, 6 rebounds, 7 rebounds.
Yeah, he went from being a star to a
6.
top.
2 steals and a block and a half.
He went
Okay.
from being a star to a top 5 guard right now.
I think he's a top 5 guard right now.
Who's the one that said it the other day? He's like, yo, he's a top 5 guard. Someone said that. Someone tweeted that.
Like one of us?
No, like a star in the league.
Oh, I don't know.
Could have been KD.
Maybe, but I don't know.
I think it was. Okay, look.
It's,
you guys can
it's
it's
talk
either
about,
KD or Jar because they're the only like
Yeah.
active like Twitter.
I think Shea's a great pick, and I think he could want to run away with it if he keeps up his numbers, makes an All-Star team. Maybe an All-NBA appearance if it keeps going. They win enough games. My runner-up was Keldon Johnson. I give it more to a guy that like Shea's a lot more like of a name than Keldon Johnson is. Keldon Johnson has a lot more of the ball in his hands, but he's also shooting the ball very well.
Yeah, did you say he's one of the best catch?
Yeah,
catch and
at the
shoot?
time of the last record, I don't know what the stats are now, but at the time of the last recording, he was one of the best, if not the best, catch and shoot 3-point shooter in the NBA.
Okay, sorry to pause you though.
No, go ahead.
It was Kyle Kuzma.
Kuzma.
Kyle Kuzma, shout out Kyle Kuzma. And Kuzma, he actually knows ball. He's not like
He's actually a really good player. But aside
very-
from him, I know you're your point out.
like outside, he's just a meme guy. People like to fuck with him, but yeah, I think Shea has the numbers, but I just like Keldon's story a little bit more exposure, and it's the week 1. It's like the month
You
1.
think it's more
awards.
exposure though?
Well, I'm saying for me to say Keldon over like a Shea. Like Shea has a bigger name than Keldon.
Oh
I
yeah, for
didn't
sure.
pick
Oh
Shea.
no.
That's what
Oh
I'm
yeah, I
saying.
thought you meant like Keldon was like more exposure. I was like,
No. Shea's probably the hottest topic in terms of like just a player right now. I'm just like, oh, look at what this guy's doing. And so I just picked Keldon just because he's a little bit lesser of a name. MIP for you?
I think we're all gonna say Laurie
Okay,
Marketing.
okay. I was gonna say on 3. I'm gonna say Lowry Marketing. Lowry's my pick because he's a former Bull. Why is he your picks over Shea? Because Shea's is valuable.
Yeah,
he could
but-
pick Shea.
I mean, Lowry bought out a little bit last year with the Cavs, but like this year, like he's doing it almost every game except for I think the last game. Like,
Yeah, he's been struggling.
What's his stats? Because that's what I want to know. I
Yeah,
haven't really looked at his
Last
stats.
time I checked, Matt could back me up on this. It might have changed last game, so I'm gonna say he's averaging like 20 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and like a block.
21 points. You got the block. 8.4 rebounds and 2.3 assists.
Look at that as a
insane.
win. And
And he's a top 3 seed in the West.
he might. And if the All-Star game was tomorrow, he'd be an All-Star.
You sure?
1,000%.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, because like he's leading the team to a top 3, so you always gotta add the star from a top 3 team.
Let me ask you a question. Actually, let me see if I can get trolly. Well done. Because like now that I'm thinking about this actually might like be like doable. It might.
How much did he average last season, Laurie Marketing?
14
17?
points.
14.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Usually,
I mean, wait, what is Lowry shooting from the field?
From the 3, 34%, and
That's a
50.
low. That's not like his like
Yeah.
shooting. 34% probably. He could probably do better than 34%.
yeah,
but what is his
that
field?
is his low.
Yeah.
52%. That's his high.
Oh, that's good.
From the field, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let me ask you a question. There's another forward in the West averaging 24 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, almost 7 assists with a steal.
Jeremy Grant.
He's shooting 45% from the field, 23% from 3. And his team has a worse record than the Utah Jazz. Think about this, right? Think about that guy, 24, 8, and 7, 45% from the field, 23% or 27% from 3. And his team's like bottom of the league, like 2 and 10 or some shit, 3 and 10. Would a Lowry Markkinen be just think about that. Just think about that and think about anything else. Think about those stats. 24, 8 and 7, 42 and 23, or 45 and 23, or 27 or something like that from the 3. And his team is 3 and 10, but Lowry's doing his numbers 21, 8, 3, but his team's 10 and 4. Would you know what I'm saying? You probably give the nod to Lowry Markkinen.
Who is this?
I think it's LeBron.
It is LeBron.
Yeah, I'm sure, dog.
It's LeBron.
Why'd I even say? I said Jeremy Grant. I was like, yo, he's balling lady. So I was like, oh.
So for me giving you the no context stats, Larry Markkinen's an all-star with LeBron James, and that means he's an MIP because Larry Markkinen is the GOAT. And I'm so happy for him in Utah. All jokes aside.
Yeah, but we all know they're gonna give LeBron the.
No, LeBron's probably gonna be captain. Don't get me wrong. I'm just being a little bit trolly, but Larry's balling out, and that should show you how much he's balling out. When just stats alone, you're like, well, he might be better than LeBron right now. LeBron's pretty good even right now. He might be an
which is
all-star.
crazy.
LeBron's not even playing as a top 5 player right now.
Oh no, not at all. I'd pick John Moran over LeBron right now,
For sure.
or
Tatum, Jimmy.
Tatum for sure.
It's so crazy
Like
to
the
say.
whole
dog.
people in the top 10, you just move them.
Shea Gilgeous or LeBron right now.
Shea Gilgeous all day.
Jimmy Butler, LeBron.
Jimmy.
LeBron.
I just,
No, I'm playing.
I just want to hear. I
I'll
just want to
take
hear you
Jimmy.
just
I'll
say
take
it.
Jimmy.
DeRozan?
LeBron. Give me LeBron.
LeBron.
He's not there yet. And
Damn.
Roy's not playing that well either.
DeRozan's not playing good.
He's pretty mid.
Yeah, he is.
All right.
He's
All right.
like,
All
damn.
right. Okay, look. MVP. We know who the MVP is. Okay, we're not gonna sugarcoat this. We can just talk about him again. We
Luke and Stewart.
can. Dort is the MVP. No, my runner-up. I'm gonna talk about runner-up because I actually want to talk about him for a second. Jason Tatum's my runner-up over somebody else that might be named here. I don't know. Best record in the East, if I'm not mistaken, right now. Best record in the East. 30 points per game. He feel like he gets everywhere. His defense is better. His leadership is better. He is in his own stride. He's become it's actually insane to think about because I think about this often where I'm like, okay, these guys are getting drafted. Like Wembanyama will get drafted eventually. Kate's been drafted. We had Zion and Ja. Look at Ja now. Tatum, like 2017. That feels like forever ago. But like every year, you just see like that growth. Like there was that one point like in the bubble year, like when they went to the bubble, February 2020-ish. Don't know if you remember this. Like he's in Staples Center against the Lakers with his like purple armband, fucking shits on the Lakers.
I
Season
remember
goes
that.
on pause, and like he was about to get there. Like he was about to go crazy. I'm just so happy not only for Tatum, but like just to see a young player with that much hype, and then you see incrementally he grows, and now he might be in his prime already, at least the beginning of it. And I'm just happy to see it.
At the beginning of it, he's easy he could easily be a top 5 player right now, like in listings.
Yeah,
Could easily put him top 5.
I think you can put him top 5 right now, and I wouldn't blink an eye. I think he's really that good. And I didn't think I'd be saying this so soon, really. But like it's been a couple years.
Good boy.
It's been a couple years, and I forget that. But Tatum's my runner-up. I don't know if you guys want to add anything to maybe have me
I
runner-up.
have Jason Tatum as well as a runner-up, so you really took all the words out of my mouth, to be honest.
I don't have Jason Tatum as my runner-up.
Who you have?
I have Giannis.
Okay,
Wow.
dude, no way, bro. There's no way,
Yeah.
dude. I mean, listen, we can talk about it because I have Giannis as my MVP. Who do you have?
Luka.
Wait, so you have Tatum runner-up, and then Luka.
Yeah, Luka.
You have Giannis runner-up, and then Luka.
And then Tatum.
Okay, pause this real quick. I'm gonna go over here for a second. Giannis is not in the top 2,
No, he could easily be in the top 2. He could be better than Tatum.
but like you don't think he's an MVP right now, like a top 2 MVP candidate?
No, for sure. Like I don't like he's the top 3. I just like I wanted to add Luka, to be honest, because Luka's putting up some insane numbers right now.
Yeah, but like
I wanted to go Luka.
I would have said Luka. It picks up Tatum, but Tatum's record's better. Giannis's record's
Yeah,
better.
Giannis is like they both have better records. Like
Yeah.
honestly, like if it ended right now, I'd probably give it to Giannis. But like I'm thinking,
I
like,
mean, betting on us probably say Giannis is the favorite right now if it ended right now,
for sure.
or maybe Tatum, one of those two,
One of
because
those two.
Tatum has the one
Like
point
I just
seed.
feel like Luca, like I feel like they're gonna give it to him, man. I don't know if it's just me, because like
I hope so.
because I feel like Giannis has won so many MVPs that they'll rather just give it to Luca, who's upcoming. You get me?
Yeah, I can see it. I'm not gonna argue. I think
Like honestly, like no bias, Giannis should win it.
I think that the only reason I say this is like I think Giannis is at least top 2. I mean, I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. Like I just
can't put it.
yeah, but like I think Giannis is top 2. I think he's number 1. I thought it was gonna be unanimous number 1. I'm shocked that there's 2 Lucas on this table. Or
what if it's two Lukas?
No, he's not Luka. He has Giannis.
I don't have Luka. I'll put Luka number 3.
You have Tatum.
Tatum
MVP.
number 1.
Oh, okay. So the Tatum, a Luka, and a Giannis.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Well,
I mean, you have the top 3.
Well, I
solidified.
had Luka in the start of the season, so I'm gonna just stay with my take.
Well, what's your Tatum over Giannis take?
The record, and bro, he's putting up more points, even though Giannis is doing more overall.
Where's the standings at? Pull it up. I don't have my phone on me. So I have my phone.
I
but
know.
don't
It's,
wanna, like,
I think they're both tied.
you can go to the homepage. I think they're 10-3, both of them, aren't
Yeah,
they?
both
not?
of them are 10. No, 11.
11-3 Celtics by 1 game.
So the Celtics play one more game than the Bucks.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
And
I mean, the
remember-
Celtics are on a 7-game win streak.
Tatum
And-
has played every game, and Giannis is injured.
He's
Right
playing in the all-time historic offense right now.
Yeah, but the Bucks are also like the head and shoulders best defense in the league.
So it's best offense versus the best defense.
Then also his offense is probably like he's the best player in the league. Like
I mean, he is the best player in the league.
I don't know. I feel like there's no
now. Like
argument
honestly,
over
like
Giannis.
yeah, I do see Giannis. Like they ended, you give it to Giannis, but LeBron was the best player in the NBA for like a whole.
But like,
But,
also,
But like Giannis has the numbers though.
I also didn't want to do it as like if we keep it like that, then every time we do it, Giannis is gonna be MVP.
Yeah, it's the first month awards.
Like,
Have
you
some fun
gotta-
with it for sure,
yeah.
for sure. But I thought we were gonna be like, oh, Giannis number 1, and then runners are Luka and Tatum.
Or Shea, you can even push.
I was gonna put.
I don't think Shay's
I was gonna put a
just because of the record.
Luka number 2. I was like, I can't do it.
I had Luka off the list because again, I think I took the winning bias, and I thought more of as a voter more than like a who I think is playing better. Even though you could argue all 3 of these guys are at the same level in a way.
I just think Luka's putting up ridiculous
No,
Oh,
he is.
he is.
Literally,
numbers.
like he's doing like when you play my league and you've seen one season,
Yeah.
and he's just averaging a 40-point triple double, and you're just like he gets MVP every year. That's what he's doing in real life.
Yeah, like in my career, when like you play the first game and you drop a 50-point triple double and you sim out the whole season,
Yeah.
you average a 50-point triple double.
Yeah, that's pretty much what
Well,
he's
you
doing.
know who also put up like a 35 plus points per game and didn't win MVP?
Who?
James Harden.
But I mean, he did it after though. But Russ Westbrook was
He won it the year that he put up 32. The next year he put 36, and then he put up 34.
and
he didn't
lost
win
to
it.
Giannis.
He lost to Giannis, yeah.
If Luka gets it over Giannis, then it's just James Harden bias. Like people don't like James Harden because Luka.
For sure.
I saw a tweet today where like he plays the same way as Harden. Not really, but kind of. And then like people
There's
like,
moments.
fuck Harden. Luka, oh my god, you're God. Luka's better than James Harden at his peak.
Luka gets more love than James Harden.
yeah,
has ever
I
done
just
it.
don't.
Is that
I
Luka?
don't-
Luka puts up some crazy ass shots. You're just like, how?
But so
I
did
just
James
feel like,
Harden.
I feel like people see.
Yeah, but like Harden was not putting up some one leg.
Nah, you know what it is? It's
I mean, he was. The one that the 3, he was.
Yeah, James Harden. He was.
James
doing
Harden
the running,
was-
like doing the running 3. Remember,
Yeah.
like he was like, oh, he's practicing his shot for the season, like the whole
Yeah.
thing. James Harden also has like those moments where like, does he really care about the game? Like, does he really? But Luka has those things where he's like, okay, that's the fucking baddest motherfucker on the court, and everyone knows. it.
Yeah.
Like that shit. Like the whole
Like the whole 3-1.
everyone's tough when they're up shit, and then like Luka wins. That's the kind of shit that everyone's like, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like Harden never had a moment like that.
Yeah, like it was like, oh,
Well,
he
he
got
blew a
blocked.
3-1
He
lead,
got
so-
blocked by Manu, and then he lost to Dame Lillard, and then like, like all that shit. And they're like, oh, he's actually a choker in the playoffs, and then he has, the whole thing, the foul stuff. But I want to ask you guys a question before we get into the All NBA teams that we're voting.
For sure.
We're doing, because Luka is the MVP. He's an MVP candidate
For sure.
in that conversation. Are you guys worried about him taking on such a load so early? Because the ball, I think he has the highest usage percentage. If not, it's him or Giannis. And like it's like historical numbers of usage percentage. The on and off are pretty insane. Luka's without Luka on the floor, it's not that great. With Luka on the floor, it's the best offense in the league type
It's
shit.
insane.
Yeah.
But he's playing a lot. The ball's in his hands more. It feels like there's nobody like Dinwiddie's been coming along, but like Brunson was a lot more of like a okay, well you go, I go type shit more than Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's like okay, end of the play, like you do it or Luka's on the floor and then Dinwiddie plays. But are you guys worried about the load that Luka's taking, considering If you're come playoff time, we've seen him get gassed in the playoffs. We've seen him play too many minutes against the Clippers, and it's like too much.
I'm a little bit worried, but they are like giving him rest days like they did today.
Yeah. Today,
So
he's
if-
against the Rockets.
If he's getting his rest days, then I'm not too worried. But
I just feel like they should push for another guard, something like that, the trade deadline.
I just feel like they don't have anything to like move.
I feel like Christian Wood should get more involved.
I feel like the clock is on though for like the Mavericks in general to just get a second star.
Why don't you just, yeah, well, you have to sign someone, but why don't you just trade like Tim Hardaway Jr., Maxi?
Like, what are you getting for that?
Do they have picks?
No. Like, not really.
You really can't trade like that.
But Josh Green's coming along. He's playing really well. He's not a ball handler.
like
though.
if they had like Spencer Dinwiddie's good, but like he's not a second star. So like
should they have just paid Brunson? Like, fuck, we'll just pay you. Like, the contract's not that bad, considering like the whole cap going up.
Considering what you
What
could
was
get
it
them.
again? How much?
It's like 104 over 4 years. Something like that.
104.
Something like
yeah.
that.
was it 104?
Something like maybe 140. I'll
I
look
think
it
it was
up right now.
140. Yeah, I know.
Sorry,
New
dyslexia.
York fans are like, oh,
Like,
that
we
was, like, a
overpaid
massive
him.
overpay. Yeah,
Yeah. And they also paid RJ Barrett a max contract, and he's been not great at all.
104 for 4 years.
I'm such a sharp. 104 for 4 years is a steal.
that's a steal.
Like, that's really good. Thinking about it
Yeah.
right now, like,
I
That's
never
what, 26 a
when he
year?
got signed. I didn't even say it was an overpay. I was like, that's a really good signing.
that's 26 million a year. That's like, again, the CBA goes up.
Yeah, exactly. And
Like-
he's put up good numbers.
Like, Jordan Poole and Kyle Hero making more money than him. And, like, you know, like you probably take Brunson over them right now.
I take Brunson for sure.
I don't know.
Over Jordan Poole? I
I
take Brunson over Jordan
over
Poole.
Jordan Poole. Yeah, over Tyler Hero. I don't know.
I take
That's
him over Tyler
biased.
Hero.
That's biased.
Nah,
Sure.
That's biased.
bro.
The playmaking and Brunson.
Tyler Hero.
Bro, Tyler Hero in the playoffs has not been good in his young career. Brunson in the playoffs was fucking killer. He had one
Relax.
game against the Celtics in the bubble. Stop.
That whole series, it was just him and Bam cooking.
Okay, that's one series.
No, but he had one
Yeah.
game only that he really balled.
Oh, he had one game that he put up 37. The
Yeah.
other, he was 27, 25, around there. For a rookie, that's
If,
good.
listen, if
I guess the
Tyler-
Celtics
if
too.
Tyler Hero was 1/4 of that last season, they'd be in the finals last season.
He also got hurt.
Brunson didn't. That's all I'm saying. I'd take Brunson right now. I think it's not close.
I'd take Brunson all day for sure.
Like, if
I'm
you were
still
going
taking Hero.
into a playoff series tomorrow, and he's like, okay, we can take Hero in with us, or we can take Brunson. Who do we want?
Brunson with Bam out of bounds, Jimmy Butler. That's insane, dude. What?
Hero and Bam's Pinner Rose trying to be.
Like, imagine Kyle
and
Lowry's
Jalen Brunson
gone.
would just be way better.
Like, imagine Kyle
I think
Lowry's
so.
not there, right? And then like, okay, like we had to go with Hero or Brunson as our point guard, like as our guy. Like, as our guard.
But now you're taking out like a player from the Heat.
Well, yeah.
So like now it's
Even
now you're
with-
making
even
like the
with-
pick
no, no,
like
even with Lowry, I'll do it.
because you might
if
think-
it's with
you
Lowry,
might
then
think
I'm
Lowry
going Tyler
think,
Hero.
It's too small, like two small guards. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't want you to think that. I'm thinking like just imagine you got like Tyus Jones as your point guard or some shit, or like some random fucking point guard that's like decent, and then like you have to be like Tyler Hero or Jalen Brunson. We gotta win a playoff series against the Celtics right now. Who are we taking?
I'm still doing. Oh, Tyler Hero starts against Celtics right now.
That's what I mean. That's
or
what
you
matters.
even put Tyler Hero in the Knicks
They're worse. Objectively, they're worse.
easily.
So bad.
I don't know, bro. Tyler Hero likes the big moments.
Okay, dude. This is
He likes the big moments, though.
all right. I hope Tyler Hero doesn't have any like serious discussions because then it's just gonna be you picking him. It's gonna be a problem.
For the most part,
Um,
yeah.
Psychotic. Okay, all NBA teams.
That was that psychotic.
We'll start with the second team. Matt, you go ahead. Give it to me. All NBA
Oh,
second
NBA
team.
third team.
Again, no third team because I didn't want to get like just these random names in there. I wanted to have like a little bit streamlined. There's like a little like cut off the second team. Again, might be consensus though. Top 10 in the all NBA. Don't know. But go ahead. You give me the whole 5 for the second team.
Okay.
Wait, second team?
Second team.
Okay, gotcha.
You give me like guard.
Curry, Shea, PG, KD, Joker.
Second team.
Second team.
Second team. Go ahead.
It's gonna be crazy.
All right. This is not gonna be. This means this is not gonna be. Go ahead.
Spider, Shea, KD, PG, Jokic.
Okay, I'll give you mine. My all NBA second team: Shea, Steph Curry, KD, Siakam, Embiid.
Embiid.
Yeah,
Embiid.
yeah.
Jokic is putting up way less numbers.
Jokic is winning more, and Embiid for literally until this 50-point game, which we'll talk about, which is one of the greatest games of all time. Granted, one of the greatest games of all time. Insane number.
That's why I did it. That's
Okay,
that's
but
what I did.
before that game, he was not on
He
shit.
put a 42.
But like again, like that's like those are back-to-back nights. Like this is what I'm saying. Like before like that, like my bad. The flash
He had like a 30-point game before that. What are you doing, bro?
Because the flashlight's on. I got distracted. But like that was back-to-back nights. Before those nights, like he was not good.
He had a 30-point game. Ever since he came back from his injury, he's been playing good.
But like Jokic is playing really good. He's just not like scoring the ball because he doesn't like.
Yeah, like
he doesn't
he's putting
want
up his
to.
rebounds and assists, but he's not scoring that.
And Denver's winning more. They're a better team.
Denver has a better team.
The on and off. The on and off is insane. Like,
But like
the
they're
on and off
winning
is-
more.
Denver has
But
a way
Philly
better-
also has injuries. James Harden,
They
Embiid.
weren't winning with James Harden and Embiid. They
And-
were losing a lot
James
of games.
Harden-
Bro, they played
James
like
Harden
3
makes the
games
team
together.
worse,
dog.
bro.
What do you mean?
They played like 3 games before one of them got hurt.
James Harden played 9 games this season. They
And
weren't on
Embiid was
shape.
hurt before James Harden got hurt.
Yeah, he missed a couple games, but like still, I don't
Exactly.
think
Honestly, James Harden makes the team worse.
we came to this. Okay, stop. We
He
came to
did.
this podcast and we were like the Sixers are disappointing us. We literally said that.
Yeah, but what happened last weekend?
Okay, that was two. Okay,
No, he's saying like
we
before the 2
can't-
games.
Okay, I'm saying not even
For sure, yeah.
But 2
I
games,
get you.
If Jokic comes on and puts up 2 crazy games right now, like I'd obviously put him over Embiid.
Okay, I mean, again, it's one of those things where they value more. Like you guys are easier to be susceptible to like recent stuff. I think, and that's not a bad.
I
thing.
mean,
I'm
we're
saying,
doing
like,
early.
Well, he did
It's
put up.
early, but like
he
the same thing with Mather.
He put up a Will Chamberlain game, bro.
No, again, one of the greatest games of all time. But like, I can't take that game and say this is your whole season because that's not the case at all. For most
But
of the
he
season,
can build off of it because if he has 42 and 55, if he comes out and puts up another 40-point game,
no one's doubting that Embiid can do. He can do it.
no,
again.
for sure. But like, if he puts up another 40-point game, is he doing better than Jokic?
I'd have to see what Jokic is doing.
Well,
'Cause if-
Jokic has COVID right now.
No, yeah, but Jokic is also like.
I don't think he.
It's very clear that Jokic is like not like in a scoring like putting them. He's like I'm
No,
making,
I
I'm
know
making my
that for
team
sure.
right.
For sure, he's obviously kicking out to.
I just think
he
he's
has
on,
a better
he's-
team. He has MPJ,
he's on-
Bruce, Jamal.
Does he have a better team though? Because you
Right
guys
now,
you
like,
guys
right-
picked this. Okay, but think about this.
No, I did.
For now, you guys picked the Sixers number 1. You picked them to win the MVP
They are
for
the
Joel
most
Embiid.
disappointing fucking team I've seen all year.
That's what I'm saying.
But like, it's not an Embiid though. You feel me? Like, I feel like it's like
I disagree. I think it's totally on Embiid. It's not. We're not. Who are you gonna blame? Who are you blaming? You can't blame James Harden. You can't.
I can blame James Harden.
James Harden is one of the
James
reasons
Harden
they've been in these games. Like
He was injury prone, and
Nah,
before
bro.
that,
Embiid's numbers were not that bad before the injury.
I'm not saying they're like. I'm not saying.
no, he's saying like
doing
Jokic
Nike
was doing
dog
better.
shit.
He's saying that Jokic was doing better. But
But
honestly,
did we
no,
not? Did we not feel like the Sixers were disappointing us?
I feel like they're disappointing me because of James Harden. He was ice-wing too much. He was taking over the ball too much. You get me? Like, I feel like
But
they
is
should
that
just-
on James Harden? Was he like, no, coach, I'm not doing what you're saying?
I
You think
don't
Doc
think
Rivers
it's a player.
Please
I'm-
pass the ball. Please pass. And he's just like, nah, fuck it. Hold this. Like,
No, for sure.
That's
But
what I'm
like, I
saying.
feel like they were running off of him, and it's just like that's not it. You feel me?
I agree. I don't think they should be running off of James Harden like that. It's not. That's not his.
But is it really on Embiid's fault if the coach is like, yo, let's like, you feel me? Like,
I think as a whole, as a lump sum of players, even Tyrese Maxey, has a lot of high points and then low points this season. It's been up and down for Maxey. For Embiid, up and down. We're in the up stage right now. The season started, he was out of shape, sluggish. The Celtics bitched him on national TV when the fucking season opened. We were like, okay, James Harden, this is his team now. He's just fucking killing everybody. Joel Embiid was like a fucking afterthought. That's what was happening.
no, it was. I know.
So like, I can't say like those 2 games were like, okay, like I'll give it to you because again, they've been one of the most disappointing. What do they say right now? In the 7-7 or some shit?
I was looking at Embiid stats.
I think they're literally 7-7. And before that,
It's still not bad. Like, I'm not saying like, yo, Jokic over Embiid is bad.
no, but I just think I'm just giving my reasoning, I guess, and like why I can't put Embiid over him right now. Again, is it the most crazy thing? No.
7-7.
7-7, and last time we came here, it was the Nets and the fucking Heat and the Sixers all come together at the same spot, and the Nets were going through literally World War III, and they were still in the same spot.
No, for sure.
So whatever. Outside of that, I don't know if you guys, or I don't know what's happening. You guys have Paul George over Pascal Siakam, and I can't for the life of me decide why. I don't know why.
No, like Pascal right now, like if he played because he's injured right now.
Yeah, he's missed like 2-3 games.
Oh yeah, if Pascal was healthy, I'd take Pascal.
I have the same reason, and Paul George,
Paul George is
the last 2 weeks has been,
Okay.
not really okay. He put up.
he's been
26
good. He hasn't been the best Paul George, but
averaging,
he's
like
been good.
26 and 6.
But you guys, that's the thing. You guys weren't giving love to the Raptors before the season. You guys had him low. You had him like a 9.
I did have him low.
You had him low. So I'm like, wondering,
I had him
like, what
in-
is like?
Playing.
You had them play him range, but I'm saying
Yeah, I had him playing range.
like I had him 6. I think you guys have 9. I think one of you had him 9 or 8 or something like that. I'm just saying like, what's like? I need some Raptors love.
I think I'm in 7. I have 7.
Like,
I mean,
I need the
I-
Raptors love. Like
I do love the Raptors. They're
I've always
the
I
biggest
like
like
the Raptors.
heat headache.
they're the biggest
ever.
headache for any team.
Yeah, especially the
I
Heat.
gave
'cause,
him the
like,
flower before the season though. I was like,
I don't know. I just
Giannotti
feel like
can literally come
Siakam.
out,
Like
Pascal.
I just don't think PG deserve a place on this list. All NBA their team probably. All-star?
I have
Probably.
him.
But okay,
second team.
we'll move on. All-NBA first team, I'll give mine first since, you guys dance around a little bit and you guys gave yours first last time. All-NBA first team, Luka Doncic, Donovan Mitchell, Giannis, Tatum, Jokic.
Don Mitchell, Luka, Tatum, Giannis, Embiid.
Luka, Curry, Giannis, Tatum, and Embiid.
Pretty straightforward. Jokic is the difference there. Mitchell and Curry is your difference there. Why Mitchell over Curry?
Wait, what?
You have Curry number one?
Yeah, I have Curry number 1.
So, yeah, I mean, why Curry over Mitchell? Excuse me.
Well, Curry's putting up some crazy numbers.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell's.
But Donovan Mitchell has the better record. But I'm saying, like, as a player, Curry's putting up some crazy. He had a 40 point, almost damn near triple double.
Yeah.
But the numbers are similar.
They're not that far apart.
Like it's right there.
And Mitchell's, I gave the nod to Mitchell because I feel like the
That's
Warriors,
insane.
the Warriors aren't winning as much.
That's my guy in fantasy.
That's the only reason why I gave it to Mitchell, just
Same.
over the record.
And like
Because their
that's-
numbers
that's
are
what-
right
that's what-
there.
That's what it's come down to. A lot of these are all great players. And you gotta pick apart and say, okay, what is Mitchell doing for the Cavs and what is Curry doing for the Warriors? Curry's the only reason the Warriors are afloat, and Mitchell's is the reason the Cavs are so elite. So it's like,
It's like the same situation. It's really hard.
yeah. So I mean,
Like
like
if Spider was in the Warriors, would it be the same?
no, because Steph Curry is a whole system in itself.
Yeah.
Like the system doesn't work without Steph Curry. But like that's if Curry was on the Cavs, like that'd be the best team like of all time.
Yeah.
So it's like
so it's like
So it's like, whatever you can't, but I think he's a pretty good all NBA list. I feel like it's pretty
damn,
straightforward.
Curry on the Cavs would be crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of that.
I'm trying to think of like, I was thinking like, okay, like these drafts come around, and then you look into like this like like this superstar like Curry or like a Wembanyama eventually. It's just like when's like my turn? Like when am I next? Like Derrick Rose happened, and like okay, that's Derrick, and then you got cut short. You know what I'm saying? And then the Heat haven't drafted a superstar in almost 20 years. So like when's our turn?
The Heat will never do that shit, dog.
Never.
Pat
take that.
Riley will trade a draft pick for a veteran in a heartbeat.
You're not gonna be in trouble, bro.
It sucks.
Just to recap the All NBA teams, I think it's pretty straightforward. I'm actually having a lot of fun this season. A lot of talent around the league, a lot of fun storylines, and I think these guys, especially like a Tatum or Giannis, been so much must see TV, and I can't wait for the fucking playoffs. That will be elite, and
Oh yeah, everybody's gonna be doing crazy.
yeah, it's gonna be like last year's playoffs was a lot of fun. This year, I can't even imagine. The first round's gonna be insane. So those are our awards for early season, first month. Don't overreact to it. It's just early. It's early in the season. We're having a little bit of fun. But overall, I think it's pretty straightforward, pretty within the lines. I don't think anyone crossed out the lines, and that's a big step for this podcast moving forward. Real quick, I want to talk about something. You ever like think about this for a second. Think about the scenario. There's like this kid right in a school, and everyone bullies him because he's like a little stupid, right? And like he does like stupid
I already
shit.
know where this is
Not
going.
like stupid shit where like it's like he has problems. Like he's like a dumb guy, and like people are like, oh, he's a little idiot, and like push him around, kick him a little bit, and like you bully him a little bit too. Like you're like joining in, like, oh, this is actually kind of fun. Fuck this kid. But then
Damn,
like,
bro.
but then like, not that I did this, but just think about this story. Think about this. Think about this
Like,
narrative.
yo, did Angel do this?
Think about his narrative,
He
right?
chimed in into
Like after a while of like beating up on him, like you kind of like get a glimpse, like you get a glimpse of like him, like he's like imagine like he's getting beat up on the fucking circle, right? Like, ah, fuck this kid, and like for a second you like catch his eye, and like, he looks really really sad, like in this circle, and you're like, I feel bad for this kid, like I actually want to like see him succeed. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see him like do good, and then year after year he just keeps getting fucking beat the fuck up, like the worst. Like just the stupidest fucker in the planet. Like just oh my god. And like he deserves it a little bit too. Like okay, like, you're being dumb at this point on purpose. But then you're like okay, like I'm actually a fan of this kid and I want to see him do good. So the Sacramento Kings, right? Same person, same.
Alright, I've made like a whole turn
Well,
on me.
like think
No,
about
yo, on God, you made like the crazy.
I thought we
it
were
was
on
gonna
to
be
Ben Simmons.
crazy. Yeah.
how is this related to Ben Simmons?
I don't know, but it felt like it, bro.
No, y'all were preying on Ben Simmons off for the entire story.
Because I was one of the bullies. I was like, yeah.
Okay, that's not what I fucking meant. How can I set this up and be like, okay, I like the Kings now. I'm a Kings fan, and I'm officially declaring or undeclaring from Clippers Nation,
Wow.
and I'm going to Kings Nation because I can't do Clippers and Kings because now it's two Cali teams, and so I'm Sacktown
You
till
just
I die.
don't like.
Light the fucking beam.
You just don't like being in the same team as me.
Light the fucking beam. No, shout out the Clippers. I still like the Clippers, but like they're not. I'm not fucking with them.
I thought we were boys for like a season
I'm
finally.
just so like I just feel the Kings' energy. I'm like I want them to go to the playoffs so bad. I want to see them succeed. I want to see them win. And De'Aaron Fox might be an All-Star this year. Like
You remember like
Yeah.
our conversation? Like
I think about it all the time. Whenever I think about Fox, I'm like, damn, I said that dumb shit.
What do you say?
For context, I was like, we were like, so think about this. Like,
this is
imagine
before Jaws like
this
breakout
is like
year.
Jaw, like this is like bubble, almost like around the bubble.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and we're talking like, could Ja be as good as De'Aaron Fox and like make an All-Star team? And I was like, I don't know. Like the West is really stacked. I didn't think Ja was like, I was never that high on Ja, right? And then, long story short, I'm a fucking idiot. And I was, mind you, I was standing in the bread aisle of like Target. I'm working the late night shift. I'm just texting my friend Matt like this. I'm just like, I don't know, De'Aaron Fox is better. And then I just like put my phone away and keep fucking like stalking shit. So like, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking about. But I'm just happy to see it now. He's not Ja. He's not. But I'm just happy to see Fox balling out. The Kings are doing well. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on the Kings and seeing them win
Bro,
and put up 153 points on the
I
fucking
literally
Nets.
watched that Nets game yesterday. And I was like, what the hell did what was Terrence Davis doing?
Bro, he
man?
was on one. I didn't realize he had 30 points
Yeah.
and 7 threes.
Bro, off the gate, I mean, like off the bench, off rip, he got a steal, took it down. I think he hit a layup real quick. Then he got another steal, and he popped up, like he did a pull up three. I was like, what the hell's wrong
He's just
with
feeling
that?
himself.
And then Kevin Herter was just out of his fucking mind.
And Kevin Hurt has been an absolute baller pickup for them. Like, he's so good. He's shooting 50% from three
Yeah, he's shooting some crazy shit.
on 7 attempts.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The guy is fucking mental. Like, it's
Yeah,
insane.
bro. That trade really helped them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, you think about
Wait,
it,
what
like,
trade?
They traded him from the Hearts.
Oh, I thought he signed. No, he got traded?
I believe he
I
got traded.
think so. I think he got a trade for, like, Justin Holiday or some shit. Like, a pick.
No, it had to be just Holiday, yeah,
Because he was on the Kings.
Yeah,
Something like
yeah.
That's crazy. That's a stupid trade.
I mean-
that's a stupid trade.
Considering what
Wait,
the Hawks
they got a
did-
first round pick?
I don't know. I can't remember the details of the trade. We have a stats guy.
Yeah,
here.
right there, bro.
He's on it.
But Kevin Herter,
I mean,
I
yeah,
would've got
Kevin
him.
Hurt is balling out. I lost my parlay last night though, because De'Aaron Fox didn't get more points because they blew out the Nets on last. And
Yeah, I
KD,
thought
same
that.
thing. Like, I'm actually the worst better in the industry.
Katie hit the taco.
I didn't bet it with the taco.
No.
Yeah. I was like, he's gonna clear this. He got this. He had 27.
See, I did
just
the talk with the KD, and I did it with
You know
Damian Lillard, and Damian Lillard didn't hit 25.
You know what's crazy? I had the same parlay before the taco. Like I had the same 2-man.
Oh,
KD
for real?
and Damian. I'm just the worst better in the industry, and I shouldn't bet anymore. And I lost more money, so I don't really.
Okay, back
To
to the
restart.
trade. It was Justin Holiday, Heartless, and 2024 first round pick.
Unprotected.
Yeah. No, top 14 protected. Lottery
It's a lottery
protected.
protected for the Kings.
Yeah.
All day.
Bro, what?
All day. You either land the lottery or you get Kevin Hurt and you make a plan and you make the playoffs. And even if you make the plan and you lose, you still get to keep that pick. That's all day. I love that trade actually. It's a
Yeah, that was
great trade.
That's fire trade.
I want the Kings to be in the playoffs badly. And you know what I'm going to say right now? Timberwolves, if you get in the play-in and the Sacramento Kings are facing y'all, you're fucking losing that game. I promise you're losing that game. Don't let it happen in Sacramento. Don't let that shit happen. If the Timberwolves and the Kings be in the play-in in Sacramento, W Sacramento, they're moving on. 1,000%. That Timberwolves team, we'll segue to the Timberwolves. Timberwolves team, I was high on, and I'm selling stock. I'm selling as fast as I can. Any price, I'm selling. And I just don't think they fit together. Rudy and Cat has not been good. Ant goes out there and says, I don't have any space. I can't dunk. Shooting on Rudy Gobert as his teammate. Towns has been he's been, whatever a leader is, he's the opposite of that for his entire career. He's not a leader. He doesn't set by example. He plays soft. He's always competing to the refs. Outside of basketball, I feel for the guy. He's been through a lot. On the basketball court, I just can't. I can't do it anymore. I'm over Cat. I think he's actually the most overrated player in the league. I'm actually over. Like, I'm beyond over it. D'Angelo Russell's off. You see that play? D'Angelo Russell sitting on the scorer's table for 20 seconds of possession.
Yeah,
There's
I
4
saw
guys
that.
in the Timberwolves, and he's just sitting there like, damn, they're struggling out there. Like, bro, get in the game. I'm over it, bro. The Timberwolves, and I think
Hey, bro.
Ant is a great player, superstar talent. I don't think he has the people around him on that team, that coaching
sure not.
staff, to lead him down the path of being a superstar and a mature one at that. I feel like there's a lot of lack of maturity on this team, lack of leadership, and I don't believe in it. Go Kings, like the beam. That's my point.
Jimmy Butler was right.
Yes.
Cat is soft and he's not a leader.
Think about this. Jimmy Butler, he conference finals. Wiggins,
Everywhere he's
NBA
done.
champion. Towns ain't on shit. celebrating a play-in win. Pat Beverly, like, without Pat Beverly, they don't have a leader on this team. I don't know how you guys feel about Timberwolves. I'm selling my stock.
Well, I was never too high on them. I think I had them number 7 in my standings.
Mm-hmm. I think I had them with the
I
top
was-
4.
I
I was
was
high. I was.
Yeah,
I
you
was
just
off. I
were
was
like,
off the
yo,
Wolves pack.
you guys have them too low.
Did I have him 5?
Nah, I think you had them higher.
We were
No,
just
no,
we
no,
were
no,
in
no,
general we were
no.
high on the Timberwolves.
Oh wait, no. I had him 6 or 7 actually. I had the Suns number 5, and the 4 was Mavericks. Then it was Warriors. Yeah, Warriors, Clippers, Nuggets. So I'm pretty sure I had him 6 or 7.
How do you feel like now that you?
Bro, they're
They
pretty
were looking
ass,
at
not
this.
even gonna lie. They're pretty goddamn ass. Because they have no spacing, man, and just like and can like flow. He can't do his whole game with them. But
Yeah, he's really
but
interested
there's a
right
take
now.
that you just said that I'm completely disagreeing with. If the Timberwolves and the Kings face in the play-in, Anthony Edwards will drop 40 on them kids. I'm telling you right now.
So
Anthony Edwards is him.
are we doing this sort of like Kings Blazers thing that we're like clipping this?
I want to clip this.
I mean, you want to make a bet on it? I'm down to bet. If the Kings and the Wolves fight face up in the play-in, bet. Light the beam.
Clip this.
Clip
This is in history. If listen, and this is actually pretty funny, because think about this. If you could think about the NBA, if you've been watching for a long time or just kept up with it for a while, if people ask you, hey, who are the 2 worst ran franchises in the NBA? It'd be the Timberwolves and it'd be the Kings.
It'd be the Kings.
for sure.
Um,
And then the play-in. It's crazy.
And listen, the Kings in the playoffs are a better story than that whack ass play-in win last year. All for y'all to go into that Grizzlies series, have the fucking lead, and then blow that shit.
They did good though, man. They did good. They didn't do bad. Well, they blew leads, which is pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
They were up like 80% of the
But,
time.
Bro, remember that one game where they blew like a 30-point lead and like I think it was to go up 3-2 or some shit, and just blew it, and that's it.
But like,
They were up like that series like 80% of the time, and they kept blowing leads.
they won 2 games at least, right?
Yeah, they won
They
two.
did good. But honestly, like,
Okay, if the Grizzlies and the Timberwolves face off this today,
oh, they get swept.
like bro, it's not even, and they just added Rudy Gobert to that team. Like that's not acceptable, bro.
But do you think maybe it's just like the first 10 games and then they can actually like mesh in?
The only thing I would ever bank on with that team is just like, hey, they have Rudy, they have D'Angelo, they have like a lot of these guys that are just like talented.
I trade
Like,
you
Cat,
would-
man.
You would expect
What are you gonna get for
D'Lo.
Cat?
You would expect D'Lo and Rudy's like pick and roll game to be like great.
And outside
feel
of that last game,
Cat
D'Lo's
is
been like
such
bad.
like the weak link in that team.
I don't know how you could say that with the way D'Lo's been playing, bro.
Well, but we never expect D'Lo to be crazy.
Yeah, you never
Like we never
like
expect.
D'Lo's not the third guy
He was third guard last year.
No, yeah, he
last
was
year,
the
but
third
like coming to this year, you're not like, oh, okay, he's a third
Coming
best
into
player.
this year, people's thing was like, okay, Rudy and like D'Angelo Russell and Rudy, like this should like D'Lo's a good passer, like he's a good playmaker. He's like this will work. No,
This is a weird.
they ain't shit. And D'Lo's been like fucking awful. He can't shoot the ball.
Except for last year.
Outside for the last game where he was actually pretty nice. But
guard.
like,
You could trade Cat.
Huh?
You could trade Cat.
what would you even get for Cat? And I don't think they want to trade Cat.
What team needs a center?
That's a lot of teams, dude. I
The
don't want.
The Raptors, but you get OG.
You think Cat is like, OG's fair enough for Cat?
No, but like they're gonna add someone else.
I know what you're thinking though.
OG,
But
like,
OG's not enough.
OG Precious. Like,
What if I was okay? What if you gave me? Well, they already have. They don't have any picks to throw in.
no picks? Just go OG Precious and like I don't know who's another guard off the
Bro,
bench.
they threw 4 picks for Rudy, bro. They want some picks back.
But honestly, like you could literally win like this. Like if you get if
Dude,
OG
it's D'Lo and OG
like
and
OG
Rudy
could shoot the
Gobert.
3-ball, like he could play defense.
But then you're like, now you're really asking Ant to like, okay, you need to take a step right now. You
I
gotta take
feel
a
like
step.
Ant could take that step though.
Look what he's done this season. He ain't on shit, and it's not gonna be he's not lack of spacing. He's just not been good.
Yeah, but
What?
he could come back.
Okay, pause. Now that you just heard that line, think about this for a
For
second.
Jalen Green, yes, I understand that.
Okay, keep the same energy because he's fucking not
No,
good.
yeah, he's
and
doing
he's
trash.
not living
I
up to
understand
that
he's
shit.
doing trash.
You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. Like, I'm disappointed in myself. I thought Ant was gonna take a step, and I'm like, okay, I can see the real like Ant. I don't know. I think this team.
You wouldn't do OG and like
No.
like why not?
It's just what are the Timberwolves like? What do they do? Like, you brought in Rudy to win
Jerry
now.
Vanderbilt, they were doing nasty.
Yeah, but you invested in Rudy because you want Rudy and talents to work. You don't invest 7 picks in Rudy. Like, okay, the guy we actually brought you to work with, he's actually leaving. So it's just you now. Like, no, because like then you're pretty much like in your head. You're like, okay, we're gonna go with Rudy.
Does
instead of
Rudy
going with Cat.
really? Well, did Rudy really want to work a Cat or do you want to work with Ant?
I mean, it doesn't matter what Rudy thinks. I'm saying like they brought him in to be like, okay, we're gonna play the Twin Towers with Cat because Cat doesn't want to play the 5. Like, he can't play the 5 defensively. So we're gonna bring Rudy in, and that's what they're gonna do. That was the plan. It was like, okay, Rudy's gonna defend, and then Cat's gonna be like guarding 4s, and he's fucking horrible at it. He can't play defense.
Yeah.
And then on offense, we just have Rudy as a roller, and then Cat could just shoot his threes. And he like shooting. But now there's like no space. Dito doesn't know who to fucking pass to.
Take out Cat. OG who could play defense on the 4, shoot the 3 ball, do his thing.
What is the difference in spacing between OG and Cat? You
But the defense,
you get work.
Defense gets better.
Their defense should be better than what it is. Cat just fucking sucks. Like, you gotta be better than that.
But like, don't you feel like Cat is probably the
No,
odd man out?
no, D'Lo is.
So,
Think about that team with a different point guard. Like, think about like a
Kyle Lowry, or not Kyle Lowry, but like a Kyle Lowry.
No,
Like,
even Kyle Lowry will fix
like,
that team.
I don't want to like give an unrealistic
Brunson.
like Jalen Brunson. Or think about this. Think about, instead of doing the Rudy trade, okay, let's go to Atlanta. Let's go to San Antonio. Get DeJounte Murray. So you have DeJounte, Anthony Edwards, Cat, and Jay McDaniels. Totally different team.
Yeah.
And a better team than what this is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to write them off and say, like, they're never going to win anything. But this season, I'm selling my stock. I don't want it anymore. You can keep it. I just don't believe in the team. Like, again, we could do the same thing with the Suns. Like, in a playoff series, Suns, take the Suns. Warriors. The King.
I don't want to.
The Blazers. Are the Blazers better than the Timberwolves?
Yeah. The
You think
Blazers,
the Timberwolves are better?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
trust that fucking team to do anything, bro. Like, think about late
I don't
game
trust
situation.
Nurkic.
Late game situation. Okay, we gotta get the ball. to
yeah, but I trust
somebody.
Dame.
Like,
I trust Dame.
Trust Dame too.
And I trust Simons.
bro,
And
like
somehow I trust
I
Josh Hart.
just see envision this, right?
I
Think,
trust
think
Grant.
about
It's
think
crazy.
about the fucking ESPN like lower third, right? The score is there, and like they're in Minnesota, right? And like think about this happening. Dame just comes off a screen, 3, and like the fucking crowd is quiet. The Blazers bench is just going crazy. Mike Breen's like, the Blazers take a 20-point lead. Dame is on fire. I can see that already fucking happening on my screen. I can see that shit happening. Okay, like this team's just gonna get fucking demoralized. Cat's not gonna get a foul call. He's fucking jogging down the fucking floor.
I don't like Cat, bro.
Bro, the energy around this team is just so fucking bad. Like,
I feel like it's Cat though.
dude, you can't just blame Cat.
He's
Like
not a
Edwards
leader.
deserves accountability too.
For sure he does. But
Like, I don't think Cat's the problem. I think that's unfair to Cat. I just think as a whole, as a sum, Rudy doesn't
need a
fit
leader.
in. They don't have a leader. There's no leadership. Cat isn't a leader. So if you thought, if you're a GM, you're like, okay, we're gonna give Rudy in, and Cat's gonna be our locker room presence. You're just a bad GM. Because that's not. He's never been that.
for sure.
He's been bitched by everybody. Jimmy Butler, Pat Bev,
What's another
Ben
team?
Simmons.
What's a team that needs a center?
dude. No one. You're not trading Cat. You can't trade Cat. You just can't. You trade D'Lo and you try to get something.
But you're not gonna get shit for D'Lo.
I get it.
A
Like,
bag of chips. What are you
but
gonna get?
D'Lo's like think about like a Chris Paul or some shit, or like not you get him, but like think about that kind of like point guard, like a true 4 general point guard.
Yeah, that's a leader.
Even Mike Conley. Send him to Utah. They have no again. Like, okay, wait, if we get Mike Conley. wait. Actually, wait, Mike Conley, Rudy Gobert, that'd be insane. That'd be so nasty. Like they'd be like, think about that. Like,
They did it before.
yeah, it's point. Just ass. Like, bro, it's just not happening. Dog. So I mean, are you guys buying, selling, or what are you thinking on the Timberwolves?
I'm not selling yet.
Like
But I see
I wrote in my notes the temperature check. Like, are you getting cold? Like, are you like, okay, like
Cold.
this is like, but like, are you cold where you're like it's cold now, or like I'm like, okay, this is not gonna get any warmer. I should probably go find a different place to like huddle up in.
I'm selling. I agree with you. I don't think they're gonna live up to their position.
Like, are they a second
potential
round team?
Oh no.
second round team.
Yeah, second round team.
No,
Like, not at all.
no.
But I think before the season started, if I said, are they a second round team,
I think we had him West.
you'd stop and be like, I
They
don't know.
could. They could.
Like-
Depends who they face in the first round.
Okay, I can give you all these matchups.
All right,
The
give me
fucking Mavericks, Timberwolves,
Luka. I'm thinking Luka all day.
Suns, Timberwolves,
Suns,
Warriors, Timberwolves.
Warriors.
Warriors. No. But like, I'm thinking about the Suns. No. I'm thinking about the Suns.
Oh, the Suns are not their big.
Bro, Devin
But,
But
Booker.
like, what happens if the Suns like CP goes down, right?
Devin
Think
Booker
about,
becomes
think about it's
better.
all healthy. Don't think about hypotheticals. All healthy.
All healthy. All doing the thing. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean not the best version of these
Because I remember
teams,
seeing the Suns.
but the most likely versions of these teams. Don't think about like the Warriors winning a championship last year. Like think about just the Warriors now. Like, It's still probably be better than the Timberwolves, in my opinion. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Nuggets,
No, the
Timberwolves.
Warriors for sure. The Nuggets for sure.
Nuggets. Who else is the Blazers?
Blazers.
It's a
I mean,
closer one.
and we're talking today.
The Grizzlies.
The Jazz are still in the playoffs.
I mean, if you the Jazz or the Timberwolves, I might take the Jazz. The Timberwolves, but the Jazz.
Yo, how have they played?
The Jazz are on a losing streak, by the way. They lost 3 in a row. It might be the end of the whole Jazz parade. It might be winding down.
I think
I
it
actually want
is.
them to win though, and I ain't gonna lie. Like,
If they lose like 2 more games, like okay, fuck it, trade Jordan Clarkson, just fuck it, we're just done. Like it's over. Like we gotta just move on. I just don't like the Timberwolves, bro. Like in the playoffs, I just don't think they have the character for it.
Sure.
And again, here's the thing, right? Like I actually want to talk about this for a second because I think like culture has become so important. And like I you watched the Marvel movies, Louis, or no?
No.
Have you watched any of them?
None of that trash shit.
Okay. What are we saying? Have you watched any of the movies?
No.
At all? You've never seen?
No,
Endgame?
he's not a superhero.
Wait, no, hold on. You've never seen Endgame though? At least Endgame, like Endgame or Infinity War.
Is that the one with Thanos and all that?
Yeah. Okay, so you saw both of them or one of them?
I think I've seen both of them.
Okay, so he's seen like the important.
This is the one like he's like chilling like in the random.
Like he snaps.
Yeah, he snaps.
He snaps, and then the end of it, he's
Bro,
in the hut.
he's lying.
No, I swear I've seen that shit.
Dead ass. I mean, it was a fucking cultural
everything I
like.
love.
Yeah, but bro, I know him. He doesn't like superhero movies.
I mean,
No,
he
like
doesn't-
I
he
don't like
doesn't-
it.
he doesn't
No,
have to
I'm-
know
he's
everything
asking me
that's
like
happening.
if I've seen
If
it.
you've seen the movie,
No, I've seen it. Yeah.
like you've seen probably both of them.
Yeah.
Again, it was a big deal. It was a like
It
No,
was-
yeah.
you couldn't go anywhere without knowing. Okay, the end game's out this weekend. Like it was a big deal. I want to think about this. Okay, think about like
Can't say that, though.
think about like super teams, right? Okay, think about like the super team era, right? You had like LeBron and KG. It's like Iron Man, like Cap and Thor, and like Hulk. Like when the Avengers are here, like the big threes. Like let's go, like super teams, and like it goes on. They fight Ultron, right? Like, oh, the Spurs are pretty good. Like, the Spurs actually play team basketball,
That comparison,
right? Like the Spurs play team basketball, and they almost beat us, but like, and they did beat us, but like think about it, like they almost like changed the NBA, but like super teams are that, right? LeBron and Wade are like separating already, but okay, Kevin Love and Kyrie. Okay, the Black Panthers here, Spider-Man. We could be like we could be better Avengers, right? And then they're like, KD goes to the Warriors. Now Thanos is here. Right? Thanos is here looking at everybody. He's like, I have this gauntlet. It has Klay Thompson and Iggy and Draymond Green and like Curry and Durant. You're not fucking stopping me, right? Snap my fingers. NBA's done. We win 2 in a row. Everyone's like, oh, what the fuck are we going to do, right? But Thanos is like, I want to be on my farm. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. So he retires. KD leaves, right? And now we're post super teams, post snap. Everyone's trying to like getting together, and there's still these fucking weirdos like the Nets who try to make a super team still, and they're like, okay, actually, let's actually work. We can have like Captain America and Iron Man come back, and then we'll like beat Thanos. But there's actually no Thanos. Like there's like nothing, and like, they're still trying to do the super team shit. And now I'm thinking like, are we like in a post? Like think about this in the same scenario. Like are we post like snap, like post super team? People have learned their lessons. Like okay, don't fuck with Thanos. Don't try to do this whole fucking crazy cosmic shit. It might get kind of scary. Like, are we past it? Like, should we be past it? Do you think there's any super teams, like, in the future? Like, is there a thing? Like, do you think it's ever going to happen? Or people, like, realizing that culture is where you win? And I went on a tangent of the Marvel thing, but, like, you get it.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Yeah, I think we are past it. I don't think it's the end of super teams. I feel like eventually, like, somebody
History
will.
will be itself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Paid Benchero.
But, I
But
mean,
definitely, like,
it's like you guys do it together, bro.
I can't see it. Like,
cool.
I mean, like, right now, I think it's unpredictable, but, like, you know, I don't see, like, the path to it. You know?
Coach is more important right now.
I just feel like we've seen, like, the last 2 championships have been, like, the Warriors and the Bucks. Who, I mean, the Warriors are the Warriors. But that Warriors were Thanos because they had culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now they're still culture team. The Bucks the same way. Do you think there's a super team like on? Like, do you think it's like is dead? Like, do you think like the super team era is like officially like let's put it behind us? We might be like 5 or 6 years or more removed until we see another one.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like I mean we had like the Shaq and Kobe's, but they weren't a really super team. They were like
I
a
feel like the
duo.
NBA is so all around that if anybody joins anywhere, they wouldn't be a super team.
I just feel like, especially the Lakers, were another one of those teams where like okay actually let's keep doing it. Like just try to get the band back together. Let's try to beat Thanos, I guess, quote unquote, like the metaphor. And they fail miserably. They chase names and they lose it. And I just think it's over. I really do. I just don't think like, especially guys like
Especially
Tyrese,
the Nets now, like the Nets
these young
did always-
guys. Yeah, I mean the Nets make it look worse too. But like these young guys like Tyrese and Cade and all these guys, I feel like there's like a whole like culture shift with these recent classes where like everyone's like actually wants to compete.
Or
Like
go
they
back
want
to it's gonna be more like the 2000s now. To be honest,
It's kind of fun. I kind of fuck
Yeah.
with this new NBA. I kind of think like there's a thing. Well, actually, make this a question. As NBA fans, NBA watchers, what's one thing you would change about the NBA right now? Like one thing that's really bothers you that you would want changed.
an expansion.
This
team.
is on the spot, but
expansion team.
you'd want that.
Yeah, I'd want that.
Like, you think you think it needs to happen, like for the NBA to be better. Like
I feel like if there's an expansion team, the league will be better.
I feel like it wouldn't, but I think it'd be a necessity. Like, expansion teams are there, it'd be like less talent across the board. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying like, I mean, if you that's what you think is going to be better than what you think. But I'm saying like for me, well, Matt, what do you think? What do you think? Do you have anything?
Like right now, I have no idea.
Because like the tradition take files is a big thing. Like we hate that the files are happening. They changed it. They changed the rule. Now it's happening. Now the fucking traditions are up like a million. Like it's just insane.
Wait, what do you mean? What?
Like transition take file. Like they changed
Okay.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, things that can be changed. Here's my pitch, and you tell me what you guys think. I think, and here's my. I was sitting up at night in my bed and I was like, "Wow, dude, football is so cool because like everyone cares all the time. Like there's no one that doesn't care. Like even like the Commanders, right? They just beat the Eagles. Now this is an NFL podcast, but this is what happened. I'm sure Commanders fans are fucking thrilled about that win. Divisional rival, undefeated team, Monday Night Football, all that comes together. Magic. You have like this fun moment as a team. If the Bulls walk into Washington, the Wizards, I mean, I don't know, Washington, but like the Wizards, and they beat the Wizards, I don't give a fuck. They beat the Wizards. Cool. I'm gonna go to sleep now. Like I'm over it.
Because there's more games. There's
Yeah.
more games in it.
There's
Yes,
more
more
games,
games.
but think about this. Think about like if all the division leaders like had the guaranteed top 3 seeds. So if you lead a division, you get a top 3 seed.
I mean, that's how it used to be.
Well, kind in the tiebreakers. Like it wasn't like if you had a better record, you'd still be up. But like the tiebreaker was that.
Okay, yeah.
I just feel like that's what I would change.
Wait,
I'd
what,
make
like-
divisions matter more.
Oh, like the same way that the NFL has it, where there's wild cards and all that, like that.
Kind of, yeah. I mean,
And
Similar-
then the division
yeah,
leagues
like
are top
MLB.
four
You'd be
seeds.
6-8 and you're winning your division and
like
you're going to
think,
playoffs.
I think the first round should be like 3 games or 5 games. I say 3. Wild card to get in.
Like back then, like the 90s, like the
Yeah.
3 games.
3 games.
Yeah.
More variety. If you're the number 1 seed and you're facing a shitty team, you should take advantage of that. But if a shitty team gets hot at the right time, they're just shooting the lights out of the ball. Now it's like a story. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the NBA misses that. Although seeing great teams go against great teams in a 7-game series is always fun, which I think that finals should still be a 7-game series. But like the wild card rules were like, for example, I think with the Phillies in the baseball this year made it to the whole World Series. I feel like that's just so cool. And like we don't get that in basketball. You rarely ever get that. You know what I'm saying? Like even last year the Mavericks were a story. Like they're the fucking Mavericks. They're like one of the best players in the team in the league.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But like if you had the space to have it happen more, wild card games, division leaders, make divisions matter more, division games hold more weight.
I like the first round is like best of 3, second round best of 5, and then Eastern Conference. Oh, conference finals and finals is best of 7.
That's what I would
Yeah, that'll be
fire,
fire.
bro. And like the
Yeah.
play-in is still intact, so if you want to get into the wild card game, you can't get or some shit like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
That-
feel like that would
It would make it better, to be honest.
like
Especially that it's 3 games, because like the excitement's there. Like now it's 1-1.
I mean,
take it
'cause,
to, like, their
you
house.
could shorten the season, but it's just like, bro, like
Don't shorten the season. I feel like the wild card would actually make it. That shit would be fun.
be
3
so
games. You imagine
fire.
like, yo, like let's say
Like think
like,
about it, so best of 1. I mean, the plan is similar to it, but like I want the 6th seed to be like, fuck, we gotta win this fucking game, or we just don't go anywhere. Like that's what I want.
Yeah.
And like 6-8, like 6-8, or do 6-10 and 8-7-8 or some shit, similar to the plan, but it's like 1 game you go in, it doesn't matter. The 6 play the 10, you don't have to you don't get a double elimination. It's just 1 game, boom, that's it, and you go up. That's what I would do. Maybe shorten the playoff, the amount of playoff teams in the fucking
the first round
NBA.
so far. Like imagine like the Warriors had to face like the Pelicans, and the Pelicans get like
Bro, I
the
mean,
shooting
it's
on.
just like the play. It's like the play-in on steroids. That's just what I see it. Like I don't know. I just want that to be changed. I'm throwing it out
So
there.
like talking about that, they're talking about like doing the tournament in mid-season.
Yeah,
What do you think about that?
I just don't see it. I don't see it.
You don't like
catching on. I like it. I like
Yeah,
it.
what do you mean?
I don't-
Mid-season?
Like a mid-season
like-
tournament.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you get
I
a
don't know.
championship and everything, like mid-season.
You get paid more money, like $1 million each player. From NBA scales.
Like I
yeah.
think soccer does it.
Soccer does do it, but soccer's a whole. I don't even know how it works, but I know it's a whole different system. Like there's a fucking different leagues. There's like different cups you play. It's insane. But like I don't know. I feel like the NBA needs something like that for sure. I feel like the playoffs they're great, but like unless you're like a real hoop head, like imagine the NBA had a March Madness bracket. Like bro,
Yeah, I don't feel like a casual like NBA like watcher. I watch like 1 to 7 like games.
that's what I'm saying. Like
You're tuning into like the elimination games or
Yeah.
winner go home.
Mm-hmm. And like a game 4 or game 3 of like a random series.
Yeah.
Like they don't really give a fuck. Like Jazz Dallas last year game 3. They don't give a fuck. They
Yeah,
don't
you're
wanna
not
watch
watching that shit.
Especially no Luka. But I just feel like there's like a thing. Like, there's something there. But like also it's like, are you gonna have these guys play a full 82 game season and go in and just lose one game? Like that's fucking sucks too. Like if my team
If your
lost,
Bulls lose,
no, I'd be fucking heated. Like I'm sure you would be too.
no, yeah, I
He'd
would.
just go there just fucking lose to the Knicks or some shit. Like fuck this team.
Oh, so they're God.
The Knicks
I'll
would-
be
the Knicks
punching
should
there.
The Knicks are like the Kings though. They should be good. If they're good, the NBA is better.
Just not against the Heat in a playoff series.
Fuck the Heat, bro.
I fought the Bulls.
What are we at? Hour 17. Okay. We'll wind down now. I have a couple other things I want to like, throw out there. See what the temperature's like. Number one, let me shout out Embiid again. That game was fucking insane. 2 50-point games in the night. You probably didn't hear about the other one because the other one was so fucking historical by Joel Embiid. Shout out my boy DG. Dropped 50 points. Almost came back on them weak ass Timberwolves that almost blew a fucking lead in the fourth quarter. Darius Garland had 27 in the fourth.
27, yes sir.
Almost brought him back. Shout out DG, he's a superstar in this league. He's a top 5 point guard. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on that. Shout out. I mean, I just shout out to him. I don't know. I can't say anything more.
And that was without Mitchell too.
Yeah, he had to do what he had to do. I'm so proud of my boy, bro. So
He was hitting some crazy ass like step back threes.
bro, he hit that one like fader 3 to the corner. Rudy Gobert's fucking spun around like he's just so tough. And the Timberwolves fucking suck. They fucking stink. They just suck. I can't imagine being a Timberwolves fan. It must be sad. Shout out Kings. Also, couple other things. LaMelo came back. Jaren Jackson came back. Yes, they're both on my fantasy team. That's why I mentioned them. I'm so excited about it. To have my players back.
Yeah, I was also excited to get rejected for that Jaren Jackson trade.
Yeah, fuck that trade. Trade sucked. I forget who was it. Kelly Oubre.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck out of here.
Yeah, you offered me who was it?
Charles Bassey.
Yeah, for Jimmy Butler.
She was fine.
Yeah.
I was feeling
like-
trolly. I was like, I'm gonna send this out because I sent him something else. I was actually like not trolly, like not that trolly. Like I was like,
You sent me another one of Charles Bassey for Jimmy Butler again.
Yeah.
It was just like another shit player. I was like, bro.
I was in my bed laughing. He was like, fuck this guy. Decline.
I'm like, I texted group chat. I'm like, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah, I was just like, whatever, bro. I had to get my business done somehow. I mean, that's pretty much it. There was an interview with KD and Ben, respectively. There was separate ones. Ben kind of touched on like the team being frustrated with his play and how it's going, and then KD was like, "I have Edmund Sumner and Joe Harris on my team. Look at what the fuck do you expect me to do?" Not that serious, but like kind of the same way. I thought the KD interview was actually like
And Royce O'Neal, he tried to
yeah, like I think the KD interview was actually good. Like the headline is like the whole team, like, oh, I'm on this team with Edmund Sumner and Joe Harris. Like, what do you want me to do? I'm gonna get blamed for everything, which it's in the interview. But if you look at the whole scope of the Chris Haynes interview with him, honestly, a lot of it was like, I want to be held more accountable. Steve Nash wasn't holding me accountable enough, and he was like, I wanted to do closeout drills in practice. I wanted to work on my closeouts, and no one would let me do it. And like Jock Vaughn does it for him now. Jock Vaughn's the coach of the Nets now. I'm like, that's pretty insane. Like, you just want to do closeout drills? That's it? Okay. He sounded like a leader in that whole interview. I recommend you guys read it. It's actually pretty good. But, outside of that, Ben had the thing about the whole he's trying to be held accountable, and like he always feels like he's gonna get pushed back for a lot of shit that he does, which he will because he's Ben Simmons. He's a target. But he's just not been good.
You
just
played
hasn't.
good last game.
He had double-digit scoring. Shout out Ben. 11 points. First double-digit game since like in a year and a half or some shit.
Wait, against the teams?
Yeah, he did good last game.
Against-
That was the last game.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, my bad. It was against Kings. Yeah. What the fuck is that?
That wasn't a good game.
It wasn't a good game for
Hey,
the
for-
team.
Yeah, but like for Ben, yeah. Okay,
like,
yeah.
Like double-digit
No,
scoring.
like for Ben, yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, he played decent, but like, I don't know, man. I'm just worried. I'm really worried.
I gave up on the Nets already, bro.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I grew up on the Nets.
Bro, it's literally KD or die.
Well,
And like the whole, bro, when you defend
they're
KD,
they're a top 10 defense now in the league.
Yeah, they just
You
got
know
blown
that?
out by the goddamn Kings, bro.
they put
It's one game.
150
It's one game. They put up 120
without
points.
farts or like Sabonis putting like more than 20.
I mean, mind you, They played a great game. Terrence even had a career game. It was not the best game to come on the podcast and try to talk possibly about. That's not. It is. It is. Before they had a win streak going.
I just feel like they don't have pieces, bro. Let's take a
Yeah,
Kyrie
but
back and
it's-
they mesh.
It's TD or die. Like TD has a job like 30 plus for, and almost a triple double for them to win.
Like if they had Kyrie, like we could sit here and be like, okay, maybe
They're gonna get Kyrie back though. Apparently he's on schedule to come
he's-
back on Sunday
He's almost done with his checklist.
with his checklist. With his he's looking at his list and checking it twice and checking out the boxes. It's whatever, you know. They do the fucking checklist, I guess. I think some of it's a little bit extra, but whatever. And I think
JB said it as well. I think he did.
who
JB, Jaylen Brown, he came out and said it.
Yeah,
he
Jaylen Brown.
He was in defensive, and even LeBron was like, I don't know, this is like a little bit much.
I don't know, but LeBron was coming out and talking a lot of shit about Kyrie before that.
Yeah, he threw him under the
he
bus
threw
in
him
the
under the
first
bus.
his first tournament.
That's why, like, honestly, I respect Jaylen Brown. Like, he's always like, he always defends his old teammates and all that. Like, LeBron and like Kyrie. Well, Kyrie did shit on LeBron too.
I mean, dude, it was also. I mean, it's also hard to be on Kyrie's side sometimes. You're just like, I don't know, like, I get both sides.
I get both.
That being said, though, they might get him back. This team is still talented, and Jock Vaughn's making them play good defense. Over the last week, they're like a top 5 defense. In the overall the season, they're top 10 defense. It's pretty fucking good. That's pretty
After
fucking
that
good.
goddamn game, though,
About this, I mean, again, that game is.
yeah, that game's an
That
outlier.
game's one of those things where you're like, okay, we'll get him next time. We'll go to bed. You know what I'm saying? And the KD interview was right after that game. He's like, okay, I know after that game it was pretty bad, but we're playing. He said he's having a lot of fun. He loves playing with these guys. He sees it as a challenge. He's like, I'm gonna get better as a basketball player. But he just said, I wanted to request a trade because I knew that if shit went wrong, it would just be blamed on me, and I don't think that's fair to me. Pretty much, kind of soft comment, but whatever. Still, I'm less skeptical about the Nets than I was last episode. Now I'm like, maybe this, like, my hand's like halfway in the cookie jar. Like I'm almost like I'm like reaching for the Chips Ahoy. They're like, hey, let me get it. You know what I'm saying? And eventually I'm gonna grab it and then eat it. It'll be like the Nets are doing good. That being said, Matt, you want to do our spotlight player of the week? You want to wrap up the show?
Yeah,
What's
so,
the spotlight player of the week.
Crazy as it sounds, my spotlight player is KD.
Okay, shout
As
out
crazy
KD.
as it is.
Are your last spotlight players like all MVPs?
No, because I had to hero on one of them.
But go
That's
ahead.
the game winner.
Tell
Come
us.
on.
I mean, no, he had a good week.
Bro, I mean, like I said, bro, for the Nets, it's KD or die. He's got to put up 30 and almost a triple double for them to win. And they were on
And he's been doing it too.
a 3-4 game winning streak before that, before the last game.
Yeah.
And so I have him
If
as
the
my
Nets get
spot.
some more wins, might be looking at MVP. Just saying.
It's going to take a lot.
It would take a lot. It would take a lot. But he's putting MVP type.
He'll be in the
numbers, he's balling.
conversation, but to take the trophy itself, it's trying to take.
I'm gonna pat myself on the back because so far so good on this fantasy pick. He's a top. He's a top 5 player in fantasy, which is around where I took him. Steph has been insane. I don't get it. I thought he's not that good, but I guess he's pretty good. Lewis, spotlight player of the week. Do you have one?
I really don't have one. I could give out.
I mean, there's a lot of guys who've been playing well. I want to shout out Jimmy for that block.
I'll shout out. We already talked about him, Kevin Herter. The guy's fucking
great
balling
pick.
out of his goddamn mind.
Great
He's
pick.
shooting 50%. How you said? It's insane what he's doing for the Kings right now.
No, that's a good one. I mean, he's been the fucking lights out shooter for the Kings, and I like shout out the Kings, Sacktown, light the beam. My spotlight player of the week is a guy who I think should get an All-Star nod this year, or should be in the conversation at least, and he's been better than the other guy that's a franchise player, Kristaps Porzingis, on my fantasy team, but he's been putting up numbers. They're on a 4-game win streak. They're like 4th in the East, 4th or 5th in the East, still winning games as the Washington Wizards again. Wizards, Timberwolves, Kings, all some of the worst franchises in the league. And Kristaps on the team. And
I
he's
do
playing well.
want to give out something because we're filming. On Wednesday, yeah. So today they're facing the Thunder. I was checking the box score while we were talking. Yeah, they're getting collapsed by Shea.
Are they actually?
Yeah, he has like
I
40.
mean, no, stop.
I swear to God.
Wait, I'm pulling it up right now. I wish we could have bet on some of these. The Pelicans are killing us.
Like no, but like they weren't. They're not killing them, but Shea's killing them.
Oh, so they won. The Thunder won already.
Yeah, Thunder won.
Won by 1 point. Shea had 42 points.
42 points.
42, 6, and 7. Oh, fuck. I didn't mean it.
That's
my
my
bad.
MVP, baby.
It's insane. Porzingis had 27, 9, and 4, though.
Yeah.
Shout out Porzingis.
And also, I want to shout out someone before we end up anything because we're watching this now. Bobo, he has like 26 right now. Oh no, he had 26 in the game.
Dude, I'm
26.
playing.
26
I'm
and 12.
playing Bobo in the fucking fantasy right now.
Yeah, and Anthony Edwards dropped 35 with 7 3-pointers.
What the fuck is this? I can't believe that we were recording this late. I can't believe the Timberwolves would beat an actual bad team.
Yeah, bro. Actually,
Towns had 30. Maybe I'm
missing
not
the
on
Heat
shit.
game, bro.
Yeah, but it's the Magic though.
It is the Magic with no Paolo Banchero. 20. Hey, they gave up 26 to Bobo.
OG's chilling the Heat. So is Fred.
I'm literally playing Bobo. This is bad podcasting. We're talking about our own lives. We're like reviewing games that are happening right now. We just can't watch them because we're recording for you guys. Again, we're sacrificing so much just to put this show up.
I can't watch the Heat game.
And if you're looking at the
I love
visual,
you
I'm
guys.
rocking a Hornets sweater because my boy LaMelo Ball's back and he just put up 26 tonight.
Rocking a polo shirt. Oh, I can't shout out nobody.
Because shout out to Hornets.
Tyler Hero.
Shout out Polo.
I was gonna do a parlay for us, but I feel like it's honestly like not even worth at this point. Because there's only a few games on. We could do a player parlay for the game, but like that's like risky.
I think we should do it for tomorrow.
But like tomorrow's games, like they're not even gonna have the lines out yet. It's the only thing. Unless you want to do a player parlay on the Warriors Suns game.
All right, let's do that. Devin Booker first half points.
We can't do first half. We have to do like totals. Because again, our bookie's trash. If it was Price Picks, I'd do it. But like we're not on Price Picks, and we're not sponsored by Price Picks either. So fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. You
Trey Murphy's cooking the Bulls, by the way.
Dude, stop.
Hey, Prize Picks or Underdog want to sponsor us? Let me know.
Be so far. I'd actually like.
I'm
be
on
a-
both of your
I'd be like a
apps.
I'd be like a sick gambling addict. All sponsored.
Yeah.
Sick, like sickening. Like it'd be disgusting. All right, look. I'm pulling up the games right now. Warriors, Suns, player prop. You got to tell me which ones you like, which ones you don't like. I'm gonna see what Stephen Curry's points are at because he might just fucking go crazy tonight. I'm not gonna lie. They're at 20.5, bro. Over. Steph Curry.
20?
8.5.
Oh, 28, you know.
Against the Suns?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, take it.
Yeah.
D Book 27. Klay Thompson at 16.5 is interesting. He's been struggling, but like he talked shit to Devin Booker last time.
Yeah, but he was also like 1 for 10.
But like it might not be the same.
Yeah, it
this
might
time.
not be the same. He might come out the. I take Clay.
I don't know. Clay has been shitting the bed lately.
I mean, if we don't like it, we don't like it. I won't. You know.
I take Clay.
I like Clay. I like it. I like Andrew Wiggins over 16.5 too.
What, you're just betting on like a shootout?
This is points. I mean, I think Wiggins is like pretty good. Wiggins over 16.5. What are we thinking? Points.
No.
Klay Thompson over 3.5 3-pointers. All you have to do is score 12 points. He's gonna shoot a lot of them. I like this. You just get hot one time and
Oh,
we
yeah, I'll
hit.
take it.
And we hit. And it's like
I'll take his points.
plus
Might as well just
120.
take his threes.
yeah, because he's gonna shoot a lot of threes, and his points are at 8 or 16.5.
He just shoot a lot of threes, but can you make them?
I think he will. He talks shit to the Suns. Watch what's gonna happen. The Splash Brothers are gonna be like,
He
yo,
was
y'all thought
5 for 13 against the Chains. His last game.
hey,
I-
that would
I
hit the
take-
over. That over
2
would
for
hit.
7 against the Travs.
But think about like Game 6 Clay.
I take it.
I'm taking it. I like it.
I take any Clay lines because Clay is gonna come out the gates.
I want to take. Oh my God, never mind. The Devin Booker's assists are at 7. This is bad podcasting. I'm trying to get like a whole parlay done, but like I don't want to leave you guys out of it. I'm just trying to figure it out. I think we should do 3-leg parlay and put like $10 on it.
Who's the
Over
what's
6.5.
the other game?
The Nuggets and the Knicks. I'm not good. I'm not betting on that game.
No players?
Bro.
We can't combine.
Brunson.
Huh?
We can't combine. It's not
Brunson.
Price Picks. This is not Price Picks. We cannot combine. This is not a good bookie.
I forgot how that shit works.
Yeah, it's just ass. This is where we loaded the money onto. Next time we're gonna put it on Price Picks
For sure.
Why didn't we do that from the G?
because we fucking suck at podcasting. Like we just didn't decide. Draymond Green 6.5 assists over
Yeah.
all day. Look, it's a Steph Clay and Draymond parlay at plus 550. You put $10 on it, you make $50.
Do it.
65.
Don't you gotta have an opposing team? Or no?
Nah.
No? Okay.
So we have Steph over 20.5 points, Clay 3.5 threes, Draymond over 6.5 assists. $10 will make us $65.
W.
Are we locked?
That's the
Shout out the big 3 in Golden State. It's going through and it's confirmed. Okay. I'm glad that we got that out of the way. Well, that's where our early season awards. Next week, we'll be grading every NBA team on how they perform so far. We want to thank you for watching and joining and listening to the All Net podcast. Of course, I'm Adrian Ortega, Matthew Childers,
Louis
Azua. Show love.
Love is free. Hashtag love is free.
Hashtag love is free. Are we starting a hashtag?
Yeah, we started a hashtag.
We should have been started the goddamn hashtag.
I started that last
Is it
episode.
gonna catch on? There might be a lot of love is free. Okay.
Hashtag clip
Hey,
this. Hashtag love is free.
You know what that is? That's on that.